Actually, no. Neither of those are deep questions.
Well, if you don't have a rival at this point, you can answer the top one. But I'd like to know the answers to both of those actually. At this point,
I
you can
answer both.
So yeah,
What
let's go down
one,
the line.
one is who's your rival? The other is.
Is your character willing to risk the well-being of others in order to achieve their goal?
Oh damn!
Oh, that's an easy one.
I have a good answer for both.
Same.
So then I can assume we are quite straightforward people if we can answer quickly.
I can answer the top one.
I mean, June did just summon Cthulhu, so
that is true. Yes. Son of a bitch! I can't believe it's just like, oh yeah, suddenly Cthulhu is.
Well, that's been going on for a while now. So.
Oh yes, but like, from my perspective.
Oh yeah, from your character's perspective, yeah.
Only for my character, for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your character doesn't even know yet. But let's kick things off going down the line. Estrella, what about you can start us off and then we'll go down as in Discord.
The answer would no. Freya understand the value of. So I think he's dead. At least what's left of him.
And who was that, if I might ask?
Let's see. I think that's fine.
Oh, wow. Alright, well, yeah, he's very dead. Going down the line, good for Australia, I guess. What about you?
Well, to answer the risk the well-being of others, June did summon Cthulhu, so that's definitely a yes. And rival, her biggest rival now is in fact Cthulhu, because now she has to figure out how to beat him and steal more power from him.
If
Yeah, no, today has definitely been an eventful day all round. I will remind you all that it was this morning. You got your water rings. It's been a hell of a day. But what about Jerry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. There was some internet problems, but it's fine now.
Oh, can anyone actually hear Jerry?
It's very quiet.
Problems.
I have him at 160 right now.
I have him at max.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, at 90 it's.
Biggest rival is probably time. He's the most of ambition, and he doesn't have a lot of time. He's been pushing you to get the rings all of this time.
Well, you've almost all got them. Like, most of you have got all of them now. So
June's
yeah, maybe things are finally turning around.
Yeah, June's gonna quickly go solo the firing trial real quick. Give me a sec.
Yeah, BRB just gonna 1v1 a dragon. And what about the first question there, Jerry? Are you willing to risk the well-being of others in order to achieve your goal?
It didn't happen yet, but it might. It depends on the situation, I guess. Currently, he's throwing himself for the well-being of others.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, probably then. What about Elias?
Well, being a part of the Yakuza, I feel like it's pretty it's not hard to believe. Yes, Elias would risk the well-being of others. Although right now, at least the saving grace is that he doesn't have much of a goal or much conviction, so there's not much reason to. And for the rival, Sakura, because he has to investigation, I feel inferior.
Well, yeah, she's got like 24 for intelligence.
Yeah, it's true. If anyone could rival Elias on investigation, it might be her, purely because she can see through time. It's like a bit of an unfair advantage for a detective.
And I'm just a human.
She technically she is a human.
You died!
Was it... Okay, but technically she had a 24 intelligence before she died, okay? And she was a human. Okay.
Okay, I'll die, I'll come back, and I'll get a 24 intelligence, then we'll see.
No, she had 24 intelligence before she died. She just came back with her 24 intelligence. It doesn't go down after you die.
Yeah, but bear in mind, much of that comes from the artifact that she carries around, which doesn't get mentioned all that much. But she's got a very fancy orrery that she seems to channel her magic through. That it's very fancy.
Yeah, she's trying not to like
17 weapons.
Yeah, no. Of all the artifacts that she's carrying around, it's hard to see which is the most valuable. What's actually giving her the stats.
I wouldn't be surprised if every time you hear Sakura running by, you just hear ka-chink, 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 ka-chink with all the stuff on her back.
It's like an entire armory falling over.
Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of it is Seto's weapons, but a lot of it is also just random shit she has.
Yeah, no. Regardless of all the tea sets and all that. Speaking of Sakura, what would her answers to these questions be?
Well, as for the harming other people to get to her goal, I mean, I guess she does have an overall life goal, but at the same time, I think she is quite the idealist. But there's also the question of whether, like, people who are doing evil things count as people that you're killing. So it's like she's willing to kill people who, even if they don't oppose her values, but are just doing evil things in general. If I guess her outlook on it might be if they're hurting more people than, like, if killing this person would lead to the end of suffering for many other people, then they can die. But it's not like if there's like some kind of hero who's saved people and like working with people and helping them, and he's like, no, you can't like do this. She's gonna be like, okay, no, time to die. She's gonna be like, I mean, that's your opinion. Go with it, I guess. Rival. Guess her mother maybe, but she's dead. Anyone? That's a rough one. Because I guess she always compares like the amount of damage she does to Jerry, but he's not really a rival. It's like I guess someone that she's trying to like aspire to look up to be like, okay, that's the kind of damage I want to do to people, you know. Oh wait, I forgot Daichi. Daichi. Except I don't think he sees her as a rival. It's like, oh yeah, this is a soldier. What's your name again? She's like, fuck this dude.
Is that
Daichi.
rivalry as much as it is hatred or like direct opposition?
Wait, pardon?
No, well, I mean, Daichi's quite a fan of you guys at this point. You've defended his city numerous times. You defeated the Titan that tried to take it down. Like you've proven yourself pretty useful to him. I don't think he sees you as a rival at all. He sees you as an asset.
Yeah, big shot coming for him.
Yeah.
Eventually.
He sees you as a friend.
It's like, my friend here was dragon friends. They're my friends too, right? No.
Yeah, I don't know. Friend might be a bit of a strong word for for Daichi, but yeah, a valuable subordinate. We can say. As I think I've been lacking a little bit on the recaps, but I promise I'll be back to normal next week. But they've been a bit long lately, anyway. So last week, unless anyone wants to actually give us a recap, any volunteers? Take that as a no.
I wasn't here, so.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, you might. You weren't here.
Yeah, last week I wasn't here.
Oh yeah. It's because I've got it in my head as the last session being when June. This is what happens when you don't write recaps.
I'm just chilling with Cthulhu right now. My boy Cthulhu.
Of course, the BBEG has to have tentacles. Ugh. Sakura's gonna have to learn how to fight blindfolded.
Bold of you to assume that Cthulhu is the big bad evil guy.
Oh, there's a feat for that.
Who knows? Maybe a friend, but probably not. As last week, the two armies were sort of up against each other. There was the Crab Clan and the Blue Dragon Clan that were facing off, and a duel was about to break out between uh, the son of Daichi, who had just transformed into a creature known as the Zinogre, and he was up against a Crab Clan soldier who definitely looked like he was about to lose that fight until Sakura, as the fight began, blast this creature with a reality break spell and sent this Zinogre dissociating through reality as he was dropped to the ground, and Jerry rushed in invisible and basically gutted this thing with some incredible slashes, surprising the hell out of the Crab Clan warrior, who was quite happy to take the credit for this kill, as he started to get involved a little bit himself. But with the onslaught from Jerry and Sakura, this creature barely lasted at all. He just got completely wrecked out of nowhere, and as his form, as it was sort of being destroyed, Estrella tried to blast this thing with a shocking grasp, and when the creature died, some of that energy seemed to arc back into her instead, as it tried to arc all over the place, but instead it like half blew up the tree that Sakura was hiding in and nearly hit Jerry as well, but most of that energy ended up going into Estrella, who promptly passed out as the creature died, and Jerry appeared bearing a red mask, and he grabbed the son of Daichi, lopped off his head, and claimed it in the name of the Red Dragon clan, which, yeah, to the surprise of all of the Blue Dragons, who looked around for their Red Dragon clan officer that had been with them, who had seemingly disappeared because Elias had distracted a couple of samurai as well as him and led them back to the camp with the explosion that he set off there, and they were all searching for potential infiltrators there. But and a little bit of confusion, I think last time I saw in the chat, people were saying that the Dragon Clan chased him away, but it was in fact the Crab Clan who, once they had assumed their victory, they all came riding in through the camp and chased Neji Mirumoto out of the camp towards the Fire Temple as they all happily rode on home. And the Blue Dragon Clan was left confused and leaderless in the middle of nowhere, basically all grouping up to decide where to head next, probably to head back to Toto. But at this point, the group gathered up the unconscious Estrella and made their way over to the Fire Ring Temple, where she had seemingly undergone some strange visions or something like that. And when she came to, teleported everyone back to the teleportation circle in Taton, where there had been some kind of strange spider creature that the samurai were investigating. Apparently, a whole swarm of them had attacked the castle and been running throughout the city, but they had apparently left, and they were trying to figure out what they were. Upon investigation, you guys figured out that they had been sent by the elemental hunters, that they were called retrievers, and that they were often used to hunt down magic users. But with leaving the Crane clan to deal with that, everyone made their way back into the city as the night drew on. Jerry and Sakura went over to the Titan Forge, where they encountered the locked door, and Jerry suggested that she try putting the phoenix egg into the mechanism above the door, which Sakura did, and it seemed to work. It seemed to take hold, and the entire mountain underneath your feet seemed to rumble as the the door dropped. The fish seemed very excited by this, and you guys have successfully opened the Titan Forge. It seems to be powered somehow by that egg that you put into it. And meanwhile, Elias was heading over to the Steel Crane Smithy to see if it was still open. And that is where we will rejoin you now. As June, you were just arriving above the city, flying over on your broom. Feel free to join any scene as we're going along.
Ooh, did you get my paper bird?
Okay. Oh, yeah,
Oh, yes.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. What did the paper bird say again? Because that was one of the last things that happened, is that Elias had
Where
sent
the
off that
fuck
paper
you
bird
at?
Gosh. Can I reply to it?
Not really. It doesn't. I don't think it flies back. It's a one-time trip.
Yeah, it's now just a non-magical origami bird, but you might have your own means of. You're basically flying through the clouds above. This just came from below you.
I watched the bird go straight up and thought, "What the goddamn hell?"
Your paper bird is broken.
Sold me fucking faulty birds. God damn it.
So, are you going to try and respond, or are you going to
No,
try
no.
and rejoin?
I'm gonna. I'll explain what I'll do now.
Okay, cool. Well, Elias, you arrive outside the Steel Crane Smithy, and you can see that the main doors are still open, but it looks like people are still busy inside, and some of them seem to be packing up for the night. It looks like they'll be closing soon.
Ah, lovely, just in time. And I'll just, yeah, I'll just wander in and to the closest person I could see that looks like someone who works there. This guy on the right, he looks like, excuse me, where can I find someone who, well, I'm looking to do something with these, and I'll just pull out my Eye of Counting and a hand crossbow. Who would I talk to, well, do something with these?
I just look over and go, oh, everyone's a bit busy getting ready for the Gempuku Festival at the moment. I think it might be a bit late. You might have to come back in the morning. But
Oh, no,
upgrades. And he says, just come closer. Let me see. What are those exactly?
this is the magic thing. Well, these are magical light. I'll just offer to hand them to him.
Okay, you can see that this guy, this is So I'm just trying to remember what. Yeah, this guy you can see. As you get closer, there are a couple of tables lined around, and he has got a rather small forge here that it doesn't seem nearly large enough to create the blades that this place is famous for. But you can see that on these tables, he has got these small metal fittings that are usually. You can see that they are called Shirogane, I think, but here's the Shirogane who makes the metal fittings that are attached just above the handguard. They're called Habaki. That's what they're called. And yeah, so you can see he's got some experience with fine metal work, and he might be able to help you out with this kind of thing, as he seems quite busy, but he gives a glance at the things that you're holding.
I understand it's late, and I'm not looking for any work to be done right now. I'll come in the morning for then, but just for now, I want to know if it's possible to do anything with these.
These, I'm not too sure if I could be of much help. Maybe ask Yoshi over there. They make all the fittings and Minuki and all of those pins and whatnot, just there across the courtyard. And he just points, and you can see that as you're standing in here, there is a giant crane sitting on the wall above him that is also looking down at you and looks across the courtyard, where you can see this guy over here. This seems to be the man that he's referring to, I think. Yeah,
Very well.
Yoshi.
Thank you. Sorry to be a bother again.
Oh, no worries. But I would recommend coming a bit earlier. We're a bit busy this time of year as well. But good luck. And he just goes back to his work.
Right. And just with that, assuming I got my stuff back, I'm just gonna kind of stroll over to him.
Yeah, you can see as you're approaching, there's a woman standing with what looks like a baby dragon next to her, and she seems to be looking at you as you walk across the courtyard, and the man that you're approaching is just sitting in the middle of this room. You can see he's got a small board in front of him with a cloth laid over it, and there are three uh, Suba hand guards that are sitting in front of him. You would recognize him as the Tsubakoshi. He is the hand guard specialist here in the smithy.
And I'll just say, excuse me, hope I'm not a bother. Can I ask you for something quickly?
Yes, we're about to close up, but how can I help?
I'm not looking for any work done right now. I just simply want to know if you can do anything with these, and I'll just show him the same things.
He'll take them and look them over. I think I could probably do something for you, but you will have to come back in the morning, I'm afraid. I should have them done probably around 11, just before midday.
Of course. Thank you.
You see him looking at the eye in particular, and just holding it up to the light. He seems quite fascinated by it. When you come back, either speak to myself or my sister. Uh, where is she? There we go. Furugami, just there in the courtyard, and he points to the woman in the blue dress there. Speak to either of us, and we should be able to get you your order. I think for these, we'll probably call it about 40 koku.
Very well. Thank you for your time then.
He'll just give a curt bow and place the things next to him.
Sorry, say again.
So yeah, he's just he takes the items and he seems to be he places them next to him so that he can work on them later. And as you're standing there, you can see there is an even larger crane that is busy bearing down above you, just staring at you intently. But
I'm going to pretend it's not there. That thing's
yeah, I will
quite
say,
terrifying.
yeah, difficult thing to do. This crane is massive. And yeah, the baby dragon on the other side of you seems far less threatening at this point.
Baby.
So yeah, anything else you want to do here at the smithy? As you've given these items in.
Yeah, I'd like to just have a wander around and see kind of what they're working with. I have heard the legends, but I have not seen it for myself.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah, just wandering around.
You can do that. Yeah, you can wander around the map and then tell me where it is you're looking. At this point, you've noticed at least 3 craftsmen that they all seem to be working on different parts of creating a katana.
Actually, there's a guy up here that looks quite interesting.
Cool. As you are walking around and as you walk through that sort of archway, you see that there is a much larger dragon up on on the roof above that you would probably be able to recognize. You can give me a nature check to see if you know what kind of dragon it is, if you want. Okay, yeah, you recognize that as a copper dragon, definitely a metallic dragon.
I suppose it's fitting.
And at this point, June, was there anything you wanted to do in this scene? Or
I was waiting for a good moment, but I guess yeah, this is a good moment as any. As Elias is looking around and inspecting all these things, June's just gonna appear like right behind him and just holding the crane until he just turns around and sees her. She's just sitting on her broom right now.
yeah, so Elias, you definitely walk through this passage and sort of past where June appears. She definitely wasn't there on your first walk past, but we'll pop you down right over there.
Cool, my map is
That's a
just
neat
loading.
trick.
Well, was this your crane that you sent?
You didn't respond.
How am I supposed to respond to a crane?
You magic users always have something.
Well,
I
mine's
don't
a little bit
understand
more.
it.
Mine's a little bit more eldritch in nature, you know, and just has a little purple flame in her hand.
I'm questioning the purple thing. I see.
You know, destruction.
What have you been doing?
Oh, not much. Summoning gods is all.
Nice. Magic users, of course.
I feel like Elias really just has like a thing against magic users, and
It's not
Sakura
magic
being good
users,
at
it's not
investigation just like that makes it even worse. He's like, oh fucking Sakura and her magic and her investigation. They're fuck Sakura.
it's
I feel like when
just it's just not understanding. That's it. I don't get this whole magic thing. Like suddenly thing happens. Like, what the fuck?
that's fine. You can believe me or not. It's up to you.
Oh, I believe you. I just don't understand it.
But you actually believe I summoned a god?
Oh
How
dear.
gullible are you?
Me or
She's messing with you.
in
But yes, I
case you
did
can't
actually.
tell, quiet.
But to be truthful, I did actually accidentally summon an eldritch god of unknown origin and stole some of its power. Or
So,
borrowing. I'm
given
not
your
too sure how this thing works.
right, given your delivery, I'm going to assume that's a bad thing.
Yes. Most likely a bad thing. It will probably ravage the countryside until someone does something about it, but we don't have to worry about it now.
You know, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right?
Hmm.
You know, I'm
Ah, is that
curious.
what you say?
You seem remarkably calm about me summoning an ancient eldritch god thing.
I that is it shows my disconnect to magic users.
To be honest, with everything that's happened today, I can't blame Elias.
So you believe me, but your mind doesn't comprehend it. Are you not smart?
Well, let's run through the list. We had a kabuki theater that went up in flames, and I nearly died. Or you can
Oh yeah,
even
that
say
was a different god that attacked us there. Yeah. Mm.
wait, that was a god.
Yes. The one with the mask. Well, there were
I feel like
multiple ones with masks, but I think they also might have been gods.
Elias is like the only one who doesn't know what's going on.
Yes. The watering, I didn't quite go into it with full, let's say gusto, health points. Two, I found out some possibly trauma-inducing details. We'll have to wait till later to see if I do get trauma for that, but yes. Three,
What's my trauma? I like hearing about different people's traumas.
yeah, my family tried to kill me. Anyway, three,
Okay, that's pretty bad.
I bombed a camp.
You did what now?
Don't worry about it, it was Blue Dragons.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't like them either.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where's the rest of the group? I didn't see them on my way down.
That's an awfully good question. I assume they are still about. We just came back from the firing.
I think you know where they went. You know that they just, you guys are basically on the same mountain. They just went like down below, and you went into the main smithy.
They just went somewhere about, and I'll like point around trying to figure out which is northwest east, and it's just that way and just towards the where the Titan Forge is.
Alright. Are they talking about the Time Forge that we visited before? DM?
No, the one that Jerry, it's the one here in Taton that Jerry was
I'm
trying
not
to unlock.
Yeah, I'm not specifically referencing it. I'm just pointing that direction.
Alright. You know, if I had a nickel every time I visited a well, yeah, well, I'm just gonna use that for now. Nickel every time I've heard of a Titan Forge, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which is
It's
a
weird
lot,
that
but
happened
it's strange
twice.
that happened twice.
Yeah, I'll hang out with you for now. What are you looking at? Are you looking at swords?
Well, I've had a couple things on my hands that aren't of too much use to me, so I'll see if I can. Well, I'm just trying to upgrade. But now I'm just wandering around, having a good look, and kind of just like gesturing towards the fancy man and the shinobi behind me, just like. And I'm a little bit interested in those two for no reason other than they look strange.
Hmm. Just by the way, she's currently sitting on her broom and just kind of messing around with it, like walking on it the whole time. She's getting very good at using the broom.
Good balance, eh?
Excellent balance.
Also, is
Okay.
that what you'd say? Cross that bridge when we get there? I used to say burn that bridge.
I mean, I just fly over the bridge. In this case,
you.
the bridge is an eldritch god, and I don't want to go talk to it.
Of course. Good segue to move on to the rest of the party, eh?
Indeed. As you guys are standing there and discussing this, Estrella, were you headed to the castle, or are you also headed to the fort?
Last time, asshole. Yes.
Okay, well, in that case, we will move over there. As you have just made your way towards the castle, then you're over there, right?
Yeah, I couldn't see any tokens on this map, like on the Steel Crane Smithy map.
I could neither, but I could understand.
Okay, if the maps are blank, please tell me next time, because I'm not supposed to be. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, it's full of tokens, but we will be heading to the castle. Okay. So, Australia, you arrive back at the castle, and you can see that there's some dirt kicked up along the road outside the castle, and you can see that one of the walls up on the second floor has been broken into. You can see that the windows are sort of torn through, but as you arrive, it seems relatively calm here.
Yes. Yes, they know. Only a face.
As you approach, you can hear some light conversation. We can hear the voice of Lady Sumihime and uh, Yumi, who you met earlier.
Oh, I heard some back here. Didn't you? Princess. Shall we say? Fire one. Give off final.
Oh no, don't worry about us. We're all fine. I think one of the girls upstairs is a little bit frightened, but nobody was hurt, thankfully. Though, do you have any idea what those spider things were? They swarmed the whole building. They seem to mess up the library upstairs. We're not really sure what the hell they were.
Well, so good conversation. It was sent to eliminate some magic, and if I got it correctly, maybe targeting Sakura. Maybe she messed up evil or whatever they were called. And now they mention.
See, Lady Sumihime sigh, and she says, "All right, well, Don't say that in front of our hosts, or they probably won't let you stay here for the night. But I guess we'll keep an eye out. If you want to investigate more, I think they're all still faffing about upstairs. Have you managed to get your rings?
The right hand and all 5 rings.
Oh, wearing them on your hands. That's. And she just kind of gives this look of like disapproval, but she shrugs her shoulders and says, "Well, congratulations. I guess you're all ready for the festival then. As did everyone else pass as well, or have you come back with fewer party members again?"
Well,
Again.
in a sense, we did. The Blue Dragon decided to stay and, shall we say, look after the dragon. He may have felt a little kinship with it. Maybe he's the one that gonna administrate this to June, who didn't show up. Not sure where.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I still can't see any tokens.
Okay, is Jerry
I-
the only one?
I can see like the line of sight they have, but I don't see them.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, I don't know why that is. Oh fuck. Okay, I don't know why that is, but it doesn't really matter all that much for this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is anyone else having that issue, Matt and Kate?
I realized my mic was muted. Well, my map is just not loading at the moment, so I couldn't tell you. Still loading.
Yeah, my map failed a while ago. It's just chilling.
Okay, well, we'll just rely on the stream for now. Once everyone's back in the same scene, hopefully we'll double check that everything's working. But it's just Sumihime and Yumi sitting on the bench and Astrea is standing in this room, so should be able to see all that.
Cool.
Or at least see the room. But I'll bring them up like this. I think it's going to show the wrong picture for Sumihime, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Just a quick ad break. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, we see the 3 of you discussing, and Yumi will say, "Oh, and are you okay? That looks like it hurt," as she gestures uh, to the scars along your arm.
I'm consider it a prize. And maybe
All right then, and they just exchange looks. And Sumihime says, "Well, if you've all got your rings, then I hope you'll be ready to help me in the morning. I'll be heading to my mother's shrine. I'm not sure, probably before lunch."
out implant. It should.
Wonderful. Thank you, Estrella. I will see you in the morning then. And she'll just give a nod, as will Yumi.
So, Sakura's a bit exhausted at the moment, and she doesn't love Lady Sumihime, So she's gonna be a bit cheeky. She's gonna be like, "Jane, Sui-chan." Just completely disregard her status. Blame it on her exhaustion.
Okay, well, we'll
also,
see.
because I, as a player, I'm just very interested to see how she reacts.
Well, you'll have to see when you actually see Sumihime, but...
Oh wait, fuck, sorry. Brain dead.
Yeah, you and Jerry are currently investigating the forge, but Estrella, as she's sort of said goodnight to you, are you going to head off to find the others, or are you heading to bed? What you doing?
Let's I guess someone has to brief the statue.
Fuck, sorry. I'm getting coffee now.
And then just walking off, and is she looking for her Pegasus, and then finds it. He's gonna fly in the direction of where both Sakura and Jerry went.
Okay, did Sakura just leave? Because we're jumping over to you then.
No.
But that's all right. I mean, I assume you guys are just going to be heading inside, but as this door has opened, Jerry and Sakura, you're standing outside, and it seems to be pulsing with some kind of energy leading into the forge, with what you assume is a forge. But Jerry, Sakura, are you here?
Yeah, I'm just on mute because I'm getting coffee. Obviously, because my brain's just that's why I'm getting coffee. Caffeine.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Can she take the egg out of the door, or does it need to stay there for the door to stay open?
It seems like it is locked into this mechanism at the moment, and it seems like the mechanism is drawing power from it. Like that's where this power is coming from, but it seems securely locked in there. Like the mechanism actually seems to have pierced into the egg. Like it seems like it's taken a hold of it. It's not just holding it; it's actually plugged itself into this egg.
Yeah, she's gonna be kind of panicking, looking at Jerry for help. I mean, this thing is pierced Sato. She's she's trying to figure out what to do, because I mean she can't just yank it out. But she can't just leave it there to get drained. She's just kind of looking at Jerry, being like, "What the fuck do I do?" With that kind of expression on her face.
Would I know if the mountain itself will drain it completely, or he's just using it as energy? He's using it for energy clearly, but he's going to deplete anytime.
Yeah, I mean, neither of you would have any idea how long it would take to deplete this egg. This is a very strange thing that you're both seeing, and whatever energy is inside the egg, you can both tell it looks like it is flowing into the forge. So you're not entirely sure if it is depleting this energy or if it's just powering something up. You're not sure what it's powering up though. So it's up to you, but it has definitely opened this giant door, and it seems to be making a lot of things glow around here. So you're not entirely sure. And when it did take a hold, you felt the entire ground rumble. So it doesn't look like it's coming out anytime soon, but it's hard to tell whether or not it's going to be depleted. If you guys would like to roll investigation to try and see how this mechanism works, you're more than welcome to do so.
Yep.
I don't think there is a point in me rolling, but
Yeah, no,
I don't think you
I
can
feel
do
like
better than 30.
I feel like it makes sense that Jerry would just sort of accept this a little bit. Like it seems pretty straightforward, but Australia, I mean Sakura, as you are looking at this, it seems like whatever that is inside that egg, which you still haven't determined, this doesn't seem to be breaking it or hurting it in any way. It seems to be like there is some sort of a sort of, I don't know how to put this, like an alliance between the forge and this egg currently. Like they've clearly worked together to open it. For some reason, this egg seems to be the key to the door. So
So it's
what
like in
lurks inside will
family.
probably provide more answers than this
Okay.
actual part of the mechanism.
But it's like in their family, like not even Jerry could like pull it out.
Not without breaking the
Hypothetically.
egg.
Okay. Thus, she thinks it's gonna be fine because I mean it's a robust egg, and if wait, without breaking, didn't you say the egg was hard to break?
Yeah.
Okay. Thus, she believes that this might be a safe place for the egg for now because if she doesn't think anyone besides Jerry would be strong enough to actually, break this egg, and he wouldn't do that. So she's gonna sort of. She doesn't want to leave the egg. Is that is that an ad?
Fuck, second one, they're getting worse.
Oh, I was.
We'll be back after these messages.
she like doesn't want to leave it, but she kind of like. I feel like she sounds kind of crazy talking to an egg, but like for those who actually know, it's like Seto in the egg, yeah. So she tells him that she'll be back soon.
yeah, Jerry just assumes that it's like the other forge, where the mountain keeps the fire elemental alive. So
Yeah.
the mountain will keep the egg alive.
That's a fair assumption to make. At this point, June and Elias, you see Estrella fly over on her Pegasus. Just see her drifting through the clouds, and as she rounds the mountain and comes back down to where you guys are standing, Estrella, you see Sakura busy saying her sort of temporary goodbyes to the egg.
Elias, we really need to get you something that can make you fly. Everybody
Yeah, I
else
was
can
gonna
fly.
say, goddamn, fucking like Pegasus for Australia. You have your broom. Jerry has his spike. Sakura can probably fly.
Sakura
Oh,
just
fuck.
Sakura just like flicks like a sword and she flies.
Well, we do have something. Say we make him fly.
I can turn you into a bird.
Yeah,
No.
same.
Yeah, that's also an option.
Look, I've had surprisingly, I have had experience with being turned into things. It wasn't fun. Not that I remember it, but
Let's see, and she's just busy flicking through her tome pool.
I'm just reaching for my crossbow. Oh fuck! I handed it in.
I'll polymorph you into an owl.
You know what? Owls are cool.
And
Whatever.
You need to make a wisdom save. If you
I
want
can
to like
choose to fail.
Yeah, you can choose to do you want to be an owl?
everybody wanna
No.
be as great as Cola in Soralis.
I wouldn't,
yeah, I think-
because I'd probably be an asshole.
What do you mean?
I'd like try to scratch you with my talons or something.
I'm pretty sure you get into like a giant owl because I've made Zia a giant owl before. She loved it.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. I can
she'll be very jealous.
She'll
She will be
Wait, no,
jealous
it's
of me turning into
concentration.
a giant owl? Really?
Wait, fuck, it's concentration. Is Z there? Can I turn Z into a giant owl? You said?
Neither of them are actually with you at the moment. You're still just there with Jerry, and now Australia has joined you. But Elias and June, are you guys going to follow after Australia after seeing her in the sky, or are you still doing some stuff around the smithy there?
I'm kind of slow tonight.
I mean, I'm just following Elias.
I'm following June. We're just in a never-ending loop.
It's like
follow.
I'm floating around around aimlessly on the broom. You're just following.
Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna follow Straya.
It's probably a good idea. I let him onto the broom too, so we can fly there.
Thanks.
Don't trip. It's a far fall. Well, I could cast feather fall on you, but that
It's
would cost
fine.
a lot.
I can hold on. I think.
Hope so. And then we fly off at like at 50 feet. Actually, no, it would be 100 feet with action. So 100 feet down.
Yeah, and as you guys just rocket off out of the thing, you see a couple of the cranes that are sitting on the roof just watch you go, and they seem tempted to chase you, but you just basically dip right over, and then to follow, you see Australia landing. So it's basically as you go over the wall, you immediately dive, which might be extra fun. Elias, can you give me a strength saving throw to try and hang on? So as you just go basically directly up and then straight back down, Elias gets thrown up into the air and is completely free of the broom for a couple of seconds. June, what are you doing as you see him? You feel the weight immediately leave as you've taken.
Let's see if I have anything that can really be fun here. Okay, that won't work. No, that won't work either. That won't work. I'll get after seeing. I'll let him fall for a couple a second to think. Oh shit! And then I'll cast better fall on them.
Okay, yeah. So in these few seconds, as you've flown up into the air, Elias, can you please give me a perception check?
I'm feeling I'm falling. Where's perception?
Okay, so yeah, you're definitely falling, but that's not what the check was for. As you're falling, and you feel the speed as you're now 100% plummeting to your death. You notice that the mountain that you're above, you can see a small spurt of what looks like possibly lava coming out of the top of it, and it is kind of a disturbing sight, but you probably won't have to worry about it long because you're
feel
definitely
like
about to die.
I have been in this situation this morning.
Yeah, as you're falling in this split second, you take a moment to reflect on everything that's happened today and possibly all the regrets you have since meeting this part of your life. Has been very exciting, but maybe not in the greatest of ways. And as you're slowly coming to accept your impending death, the featherfall activates, and you suddenly find yourself drifting slowly towards the ground as June sort of circles below on her broom.
I actually fly up to him and say, "You're really not that good at hanging on, are you?"
Okay, Mrs. I fucking use this thing 19 hours a goddamn day. I think if I had any magic, I'd much prefer some kind of teleporting.
Oh, I can do that too. And she flies away.
Awesome.
And almost in defiance, Elias, you managed to eventually float down to where the rest of them are, as everyone has landed in the same place, and hopefully you can see your tokens now.
Yeah. I can at least.
Yeah, I can as well.
I can't see my token.
What did you say you can't?
Oh, wait, I'm on the Crane Castle right now.
Ah.
I don't see any tokens or anything on it.
Okay, hold on. I'll like 3 maps behind. Hold on.
I think that's because he is actually on that map, yes.
Yeah. He hasn't went over.
Ah, there you go. I can see people. Nice.
Okay, so you all arrive, and as you're standing there, you all walk up to the edge of this little thing. You can see that Jerry and Sakura are standing next to this egg, and as you are all approaching, you feel the ground shudder beneath your feet again.
Oh dear.
What did you guys do this time?
This has happened before?
Well,
I opened the
if
forge.
the what?
We opened the forge.
If the ground is shaking, the meteors coming down, someone died, it's usually our party that did it.
Hang on, that swarm is your fault?
What's
Well,
storm?
not the meteor swarm. That
Oh.
I was wondering if it was one of us, but it wasn't one of us. As far as I know,
mean,
anyway.
Ah.
yeah, the meteor swarm wasn't this party's fault.
For once.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
same
definitely
players.
It was the same player's fault.
Oh, okay.
But a different party. Yeah, not this party's fault.
Yeah, Elias deep down feels a strange, unexplainable sense of
What the fuck did
Yeah,
it get
Elias-
into?
loyally action. Like, technically.
Elias is such a good investigator that he can see through the fourth wall, and he's like, I know you were involved somehow. Can't prove exactly how, but I know.
The puppet master did it.
A sneaking suspicion. Well, anyway.
But yeah, the swarm of
Forge?
I think the swarm of those things might have been our fault. My fault.
Oh my god, is there anything in this goddamn world that isn't? Nothing happens in this world other than the party.
Yeah, while they talk, I just keep heading inside.
Yeah, the Sakura comes with. She doesn't want to. She wants to get back to the egg as soon as possible.
Should I follow? I'll just say to June.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know what their goal is, but I guess we should probably find out. June will fly down.
Not getting petrified.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Need a pair of boots?
I'll
Get you, come on, jump.
Alright.
Yeah, look, I mean, you might not be able to fly, but you've definitely got the enough parkour skill to get down here without any trouble.
Jerry did offer to catch me.
Yeah, that's
You must be Jerry's
just as
princess.
impressive to hit that target actually than to just climb down yourself. But at this point, Jerry, you will notice that as you're walking inside, the lights that are running along the ground sort of flicker and dim, and they seem to go out as you're entering the forge, and all of you walk inside. But that is where we will change maps.
I float inside.
Okay, so
Goddamn
who's
magic users.
Estrella? Have you dismissed your Pegasus before you go in, or are you also still mounted?
That depends on the size of the vault.
It seems massive.
It's a
Well-
Titan forge.
No reason to walk when you can ride.
Okay. I will give you your mounts on the thing then.
Yeah, you said it's dark inside, so I'll use my sword to cast light
Aye. Dark vision.
to see. Yeah, but you don't see as good as with light.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
will
also
say
a normal human.
it is not dark in here. You won't have to worry about that. It's just that the lights along the ground went off. But as you walk in here, you feel this wave of heat hit all of you, and it is definitely very bright in here. It seems that the forge is alive, and you've just walked into the base of a volcano. However, you will see what you're looking at in a second. Give me one sec. And Jerry, is Spike with you? I forgot.
Yeah, he was with me. Yeah.
Cool.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh god, did it
wow.
put you all on top of each other? What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Grow what? Fuck off. Okay. Is everyone down there? Can you all see your turn?
Yes.
Z is actually not with you because I've forgotten so many times that quite
She
frankly
exists.
she's getting stoned with someone else in Taton. Oh look, we got a new Pegasus token.
Did Sakura just have a revelation?
Yeah, I'll
Maybe.
keep walking forward. And
Z is a stoner.
No, she's getting
No, we
high
know
with
it
other people.
already.
Yes, that's what a stone is.
But like, why is she not getting high with us? What a
Because we
traitor.
are not getting high.
The only one here who got high was Iron.
No, Seto did too.
What? No,
Alright.
I never got high. What are
Alright,
you
it was
talking about?
Seto.
He killed stuff.
He was
didn't-
drunk. He didn't.
Yeah, yes, actually.
Wait a
I was
second.
not
Are you
high,
taking
yes.
a page from Gog's book with drunk?
Is when we walk
So
around
speaking
this.
of Guk, I looked at your family tree. Why did you steal my birthday for Guk?
Are we bringing this up now?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's calculations, man. Like,
Sakura, we are in the middle of a forge of titans. Why do you bring this up now of all times when we're literally looking at a forge of titans?
Hey,
This is Kate
Sakura's
bringing
birthday
it
is
up.
in like a few days. Makes sense.
It's in 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. But this is Kate being like, why the fuck did Guk steal Kate's birthday? 13th September. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, so.
Oh, your actual real world birthday.
Yeah.
it's been so long since I've looked at that translation.
So I looked at the family thing. It was like my birthday, like Kate's birthday. I was like, what the fuck?
Look, honestly, looking at Guk's family tree is probably mistake number one there. You're not going to find anything good in there for yourself, at least.
See, it's very easy for me because I don't know who anyone but Estrella is.
Yeah, but you see, Estrella is on that family tree, which is possibly the largest family tree in all of fantasy at this point.
Oh, at least for one guy. I think he's like,
Yeah, Elias, if it helps you, the only other person we know in the tree is Guk. And Stesnia, I guess, and that's it. So you're not that far behind.
Yeah, this is one of those times where you're not missing anything. Got as much information as most of the rest. But yeah, moving back to what you guys are currently walking into, because holy shit, we've been trying to get here for a long time without any of you knowing it. This forge, you can now see that Sakura, as you're walking along, you will see another egg of very similar shape, but it seems to be almost like a replica of that egg on this massive cog-like mechanism. This whole place seems to have this strange clockwork architecture. And as you are all making your way along this long panel, you're walking through these gates that they seem like they might be able to be activated somehow, but they don't seem to be active at the moment. And flames on either side. It seems like you're deep in the heart of this volcano. And up ahead of you, you can see a much larger chamber with, it seems like some sort of workshop area, and there is a table in the middle of that area with a metallic body lying on it. In two corners on either side of the room are gigantic metal birds that seem to be like these massive statues of what you would imagine is some kind of a phoenix, but a statue of a giant bird, maybe some kind of crane, though they don't look much like cranes, and they are staring down into this workshop area. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, while we were walking, what's the design of the forge? Like a specific race, like dwarven, like the other one, or something else?
Yeah, this one looks like something else. This one looks maybe unfamiliar. You can give me a history check to see. Anyone can give me a history or a religion check as you walk in.
I'm just wondering what the hell everything here is.
Indeed, you are.
So it gives me nothing, being a giant knight. Never mind.
You'll have advantage, Jerry, on this one.
You can just invoke your frost rune and get doubled on.
I don't have frost one. I have fire and stone.
Not bad. Not terrible.
Where is history? Oh, here it is.
Okay, yeah, 16 will do it. Yeah, so you guys, other than Elias, who is, I feel like, it sort of tracks you as confused as you have been today. Probably more focused on your wounds than the history of this place. There's just a sense of awe. However, the rest of you would recognize this as a Titan forge, as you have noticed before, and Astray, you in particular would recognize this architecture as being that of the Warforged. You may have seen Warforged before in your life, but as for the rest of you, the only similarity you would see is to the actual Titan that you fought before. Those kinds of that kind of metal structure. You might have seen one or two things like this on Anaki's ship, but other than that, this Warforged architecture is not familiar to most of you. June, you might have more of an idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, feel free to roleplay into that however you like. But this place is definitely very old and quite advanced in a strange way, or at least a different kind of technology. You can see the statues and things are more like things that you've seen before. You can't tell if it's cast in gold, copper, or bronze, but it seems to be a mix of quite a few different metals in here.
Yeah, I'll approach like the main area. Is there only 2 statues or 3 of like phoenix statues?
Is only 2. Why? What can you see?
A middle, like fiery one in the middle.
Can you see the 3 birds up there?
Yeah. We're not supposed to see them.
No, those are meant to be very invisible. Why when the tokens that are meant to be visible? Okay, just
I mean, they're see-through.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
translucent, but not.
Are they translucent? What
but
the
we
fuck?
can
Why
still
have you
see
got
the one.
GM vision? Hold on.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh
Okay,
my
yeah, they're
god.
gone now. Oh man, what a fucking waste of a reveal.
I was
Oh well.
wondering.
I was like, I wonder why he wasn't mentioning.
I mean, if it's
Yeah,
setting
well,
in like
because I have
constellation, I don't see the map, so I didn't see.
Oh well, good. At least I'll surprise one of you. As you approach, forget about that. You don't see it at all. Zoom in. Because you see a
Yes.
dead warforged. And those are big metal statues. They don't actually look like any of those tokens. Sort of. But
And Jin's gonna fly up to. Now that I know that they're actually, they definitely aren't creatures or dangerous or anything. She's gonna fly up and have a closer look at the statues.
yeah, go ahead. Like, totally just statues. There's
Yeah,
nothing,
Wait,
nothing
just
suspicious
are
statues.
about
those
them at all.
are those the Nazi?
I have no idea. You can see that there is definitely a rune carved on the face of this, and there is. It seems to have its eyes bound, but yeah, you're not entirely sure what this creature represents. It could be a crane, could be a phoenix. Um, you've never seen a bird like that before. I can tell you that much.
I'm gonna touch it.
They've both got
Yeah.
a mega sound, but one's flipped. No idea what that means.
June, as you touch it, there is a faint sort of static electricity on it that you feel just, but it's very faint. It just seems like maybe that might be coming from you actually, more than the statue. As the rest of you down below see that this workshop now there are multiple arms that these sort of mechanical arms that some of them seem to be like twitching slightly, but you can mainly see that the body lying there, its eyes are dull and dark. It seems deactivated, if anything, if it is even something that can be activated. You're not sure.
Is it like a table which he rests on, like the circle around him?
Yeah, it looks like he's sitting on an operating table, and like the table is coming up from the floor underneath. There's the light is glowing from the stand that it's on, basically.
Am I tall enough to see the top of the table?
Yeah, it is in a depression. It's the table is sort of on the ground level that you're on now.
Okay.
What do you think, Jerry? I think we could put Brian into that. For the framing on the table.
Why would we do that exactly?
A wizard did it. I don't know.
If I look around, is there like a console that might be able to control the arms?
You can give me a perception check to have a look around. Okay, yeah, you see up above there's a platform that seems to have some levers and controls on a platform in front and up there above you, which again ignore. Um, and then back behind you, you can tell that the other egg. Oh God, it's probably moving the camera too when I do that, isn't it?
When
yeah,
moves in it.
so that thing looks like it is some sort of a controller device. You're not entirely sure how it works, but yeah, that's the closest thing to like a lever or a console that you can see in here.
Yeah, I'll go check out the one at the top. You said there is one.
Okay, yeah, are you gonna fly up there or?
Yeah, I'll fly up here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you fly up there and start investigating those controls. You can give me a investigation check with advantage again to try and understand these. But meanwhile, what is everyone else doing?
Is there anything like it's similar to the other forge?
It doesn't look all that similar. No, you see, um, you see that there are a couple of runes that might look similar that you can tell are written in primordial, and those might give you some instructions. But yeah, we'll have to see with your investigation check what you can figure out.
Let's go.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, you do see some similarities with the other forge, and you can see that a lot of this is they're just more clockwork mechanisms, but there are a couple of places that have got small levers that you can turn, and it basically winds a cog that will move the rest of the machine. And as you're looking around, you can tell that various of these things you'll have to sort of spin them to crank them, and it looks like they move the arms in different directions. There are a number of these things sort of sticking out of the ground, just these little levers that you can lift up and then turn circular. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you've got basically up there. You've got the main controls for the arms. The other controls on the other side, you're not sure what they do, but these ones definitely control those arms.
Got it. I'll just think about what I do now.
Okay, that's cool. What is everyone else doing?
I want to check out what the body is that's just kind of sitting there, or laid down.
Yeah, you can give me either an investigation or a medicine check as you approach this.
Yeah, I'll join Elias at the table. I'll also pull out my tome while I'm just looking at it. Just trying to figure out the nature of this thing.
Okay,
Sakura's just looking around.
So where are we? What is this exactly? I just say out loud.
Where are we?
Yeah, what is this entire thing? You seem somewhat familiar with it.
Oh, this isn't our first forge we've been to. We visited. Well, I appeared in one in a mountain, and I found these guys there.
So,
forge.
Elias, with that investigation check and with your previous history, as you're looking over this, you will recognize this as something you've heard about only in stories and in the sort of like crazy ambitions of the Shira Corporation. Is that this metalwork is something that has been banned in Kiga for a very long time, possibly centuries, and that these are titans. Well, this is at least the design of titans, that kind of metalwork, and that titans were once created in order to defend Kiga against an army of giants at one point in history and against elementals. Um, as far as the stories go that you remember or that you've heard of, these are like things you might have heard of as a kid more than actually things that you've researched. But that long time ago there was an army of giants that attacked, and these forges were built to create titans to fight them back, and then the titans were deemed too powerful to be used by just the warlords of Kiga, so they were all disbanded and destroyed, and this is like an ancient remnant of those machines.
Interesting.
Yeah, as Jin is looking at this one, she says, this one looks small to be a titan. Can she make a Arcana check to try to figure out something that she's looking through her tome or knowledge and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll have advantage on this because you have actually fought a titan. You were there when.
Oh yeah,
I can never remember who was when, but yeah, you definitely know about the titan.
Hey, decent.
Okay, so yeah, as you're looking at this body, you look at the book in your hand, and you see in these sort of ink splatters, you see a symbol appear that is the same as the symbol on this creature's head, and as you look closer, you can see that there's like a piece of metal that seems to be a little bit skew, almost like a light switch that's turned to the side, but obviously there's no reference for what a light switch is. There's You can just see the same symbol that appears on the center of its head now appearing in your book.
Yeah, you see June's hand go closer to it. Must touch.
Actually, before that, June, please. I want to see the last time this was tampered with. Like, how old does this seem?
June will also have a look at it, see how old it must be.
Okay, one of you can give me a history check with advantage.
You, daughter.
I mean, I've got a +6 to my history.
Yeah, I have a 3.
Alright, I guess I'm rolling history then.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely tell that this thing looks like it is hundreds of years old. This kind of technology is like forgotten to the world. The the only evidence you've seen of it, June, is the Titan that you guys fought, and there have been some like ruins and things that you've come across. You guys as a party have probably uncovered more about the Titans than anyone has in generations, but you also haven't spoken to many people about it, so you're not sure who knows. But this thing looks at least 100 years old.
Why are we here?
Well, I'll ask Jerry. Jerry, have you found anything?
Jerry will pull one of the levers that pulls the arm.
In response, I am going to just kind of run over here.
I start floating up 10 feet.
Of course.
Okay, so yeah, as the arm sort of just swings around, you get the horizontal movement of it going there, Jerry, and you can see that with a little bit of finesse, you could probably get it to actually affect this being.
Can I grab
What are you doing with the arm?
June's broom?
Okay, yeah, and
Oh.
without too much hassle, you manage to get it in the right direction. I'll say you can make a dexterity saving throw, June, to try and get out of the way as you see this arm coming down to grab your broom, but it's up to you. You can choose to fail if you want.
Wait, is a giant arm going for my broom?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we say giant. It's like it's a pretty big pincer, but this looks like a big piece of medical equipment that's just, or like something you would see in an industrial sort of factory that is coming down to try and grab the broom.
I am definitely gonna try avoid it. So dexterity save, right?
Yeah. Okay. Jerry, roll me a sleight of hand with advantage because it's Titan machinery.
It's going to be horrible.
Jerry, what are you doing?
Yeah, but with advantage, and you got to beat a 14. So.
That's a shame.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Jerry hasn't quite got the hang of these controls just yet, and as it snaps down, you see it grabs a couple of pieces off the end of your broom, but you manage to get out of the way before it grips you, but you can now see that Jerry is in control of these arms.
Jerry, this thing was expensive.
It was the mountain.
Wait, what?
It was the mountain, not me.
I can literally see you twiddling with your joystick over there.
It doesn't work.
June will go over and have a look and see what she can find.
Okay, Estrella and Sakura, are you guys doing any?
Estrella is like, roll to see if there's any. Flies up and looks at yeah, what's up there, where Jerry is.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are up there investigating. Sakura, what about you?
Yeah, I think Sakura would kind of just join everyone.
Okay, they've all
She's
flown
going
up. They've all flown up to a higher level. As you're walking up, are you going to take the stairs up? Are you flying as well, or what are you doing?
She'll also fly.
Okay. Sakura, give me a perception check as you pop up into the air to follow after them.
Okay. Ugh.
Okay, as you're flying over, you see, as you're flying over this body, you see in the eye sockets, you can see this faint reflection as you fly over it, but just for a moment, you just see something glint in its eye.
Sus.
God damn it.
She's gonna tell the party that she's actually gonna turn around and not actually go up. She's gonna go back to investigate the body, which is a bad choice, but she'll tell them. I just need to look at the body quickly.
We are being watched.
As you go to do this, Sakura, you can give me both an investigation and a insight check as you're doing this.
Okay.
And the rest of you, if you want to give me a perception check to see what Sakura is doing at the same.
For some reason, insight rolled twice, but that's pretty good.
That's cool. We'll take the first rolls there. Those would go very good.
Oh, Dev, good news. I don't have 29 passive perception anymore.
Oh,
Why?
you've still. Oh no, that's kind of sad. Who's got the passive? You've still got the highest. Actually, no, now you tie with Sakura.
I have 18 passive perception now.
So yeah, the rest of you guys see Sakura floating down towards this thing. Elias, it does look like a bad idea to you, but Sakura, as you're floating down, you feel like you almost recognize the glint in this thing's eye, like you've seen that somewhere before. It's almost like when you see a cat in the dark and you see the reflection of their eyes.
Oh, what?
Oh, cat.
as you come in closer and you start to investigate, you hear in the just sort of in the air around it, almost you're not sure if it's actually happening in the present or if it's the future or the past, but you hear a voice whispering out, and it sounds like it's calling your name, but it sounds like it says, "Sakura, is that you?"
Oh,
Who, who are you? She kind of goes closer.
I'm opening my book when I hear Sakura talking to this thing. I open the book to see if anything happening.
Well, as you open the book, you feel the surge of heat as Sakura whispers into the creature's ear. There is this; its eyes glow brightly, and you see this flame start to emanate from it. Sakura, you are still sort of floating above there, but the fire is beginning to bellow out from this creature's joints and from seemingly the forge underneath, as this flame begins to swirl in the space where you are. And what is everyone doing as this starts happening? And Sakura, you are sort of instinctively forced to jump back up into the air.
Time to go, guys. Time to go. Yes, time to go.
No, I want to know what's going on. She's not going.
Can I snag a quick look at my keeper's eye? I don't assume the rest of the party are looking at me, are they?
Well, probably not. No one's paying attention to you right now, but
Okay.
you look down and it is very much open.
I don't know about you guys, but I am more than happy to take my leave.
No, Sakura wants to figure out what's going on.
Is there anything in the levers that I think might be able to stop it?
You don't see anything necessarily that would be able to stop the vortex of flame that is now billowing up around Sakura. And Sakura, as you're standing there, you see these flashes. You can see what almost looks like a wing. That you see a face, a familiar face of a tabaxi, just in the flames. And Elias, as you're walking uh, towards the stairs, you see across down the hall, you hear this loud thunk, and you see the Titan Forge door close at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, this shit again.
So, guys, this ain't good.
So, like, familiar Seto's face, right? In the flames?
That's what you think you see.
Are the flames going anywhere, or are they just, like, flaming?
They are swirling around you, and they seem to be forming something around you, but you're kind of in the middle of this vortex.
Are they
You
glowing?
currently can't see your friend or your friends. All you can see is flame on every side of you. The rest of you can see this just whirlpool of flame whipping up around Sakura, and she sort of disappears behind it.
Well, Astrea sees this and thinks,
not
most
good.
likely a really good time to use the final flame.
Okay, she has resistance already. Actually, because she has the red dragon mask, can she put that on and then,
No,
you know?
you're not attuned to it.
Oh, okay, so you have to be attuned for the. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody
Techn-
said you were taking damage.
Okay. Just in preparation. But yeah, she's resistance to fire. She's chilling. She kind of just lets it happen. She kind of feels after seeing Seto that it is Seto, and she knows that Seto would never hurt her. So she's just watching.
I will say that, it would make total sense to try and put that mask on right now. So in this situation, even though you're not attuned to it, you won't get the full effect. But I'll say that if you guys have those masks, you will be able to get resistance from it just by putting it on your face. Actually, attuning to it would give you the full effect.
No. So attuning to it would usually give resistance, but because I have resistance already, it would make it immunity.
Oh, I thought it was immunity for everyone. Okay, so you're just resistant.
Yeah, that
this point.
it was the same plan I implemented in Dragon Fight. I saved one potion in case stuff like this happened.
Can I ask what's this like thing I'm standing next to?
That's a railgun.
That's what I'm hoping, but
Oh look, a giant turret. Who put that there?
I mean, not kidding. It does. It looks like one.
Yeah, to you it would look more like something you've seen at the harbor, like a crane or something for lifting heavy equipment. But you're welcome to look into it. As at this point, as Sakura, I will actually. You know what? This is the moment for it. If ever there was one, if you want to swap out an attunement, I will allow you this one time. If anyone wants to put that mask on and pick up an attunement slot, now is the one time you'll be allowed to do it, when there is a phoenix currently forming in the room.
Wait a second, are we gonna fight a La? I know that fight.
Okay.
I'll just. I
So-
don't really have anything to change it with,
So
so
just-
I'll just activate my prosthetic arm.
I don't have one.
Elias is at a bit of a disadvantage in this one, I must say. This is, if ever there were time for regrets, this is probably it.
And no, Elias, I
Today
do not have.
has been a strange day.
And no, Elias, this is the one time I don't have an item. In the.
Well, at least I can say something then.
Nice. Immunity to fire, Pog.
Well,
Fuck it, I'll
in
switch
any
it forward.
case, it was
Actually, well,
fun.
check. If you get two sources of resistance, does that give you immunity?
The mask specifically does that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It says if you already have damage resistance to fire from another source, you gain immunity to fire damage. And if you have immunity, you regain hit points equal to half of any fire damage you are dealt.
Ah.
Well, the only thing I can do, I'm just going to hide behind this crane. I'm not kidding. I would like to take a hide action.
I am flying over here to get some space. I'm flying around, obviously around the Phoenix that's forming.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you will see it engulf Sakura completely as she just slips this mask onto her face and is completely like hovering in the middle of this phoenix that has formed around her. But you will also notice now at this point that both of the cranes on the wall, you'll see this crackling energy start to run down their backs as you see this sort of almost translucent form made almost of lightning of these two birds starting to emerge from the statues. And yeah, you've all got a chance to take whatever potions you've got there, or rearrange yourselves. But as this is all happening, I'd like you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh, this is a perfect opportunity. I'll slip the mask on and drink a potion of fire resistance.
I'm just fucking dead. I have 44 hit points.
Can't you put the mask anyway?
Wait, you have the
Doesn't have a
dragon mask?
Why?
No,
Yeah,
I
why
don't.
not? We just fought the. Oh right, never mind.
It is not where it comes
That's not
from.
where it comes from.
Okay. might have a way to help you out, but I don't know.
I can hide as long as it doesn't go out of its way to fuck me up. I hope I'm fine.
You'll be fine.
I can hide.
This
Fine.
thing definitely looks extra planar, so I'm happy.
Okay. I think we just need June and Sakura on the initiative.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled already, but let me just roll again to get myself on there. It's like one less than the last one.
Hey, man, my rolls are some actually good now. Okay.
Okay, so somehow she's just like distracted by the fact that, you know, like Seto, and that's why she doesn't use future seeing to go first.
Okay, sorry, you weren't showing up there for some reason, so I'm just. Oh, God damn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, has everyone rolled for initiative?
Apparently.
Cool. In that case, we will begin with June. It is your turn.
Right. As this thing is, Phoenix, definitely looks like it's gonna attack people, and definitely just came out of a portal of some kind. I would like to just make sure that that portal went off into the fire plane. Is there some check I can make, like an arcane check or something?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
Okay. Ah, shit. I had to say I was getting good rolls.
Yeah, I mean, you will be able to tell that this is definitely an elemental creature. This, you would assume that a phoenix is from the plane of fire, but it seems like it came from here, like it came from that warforged body, or from the forge itself, like from the underneath, from the volcano. So there's no guarantees that, like, there wasn't actually a portal there necessarily. That was the fire coming up from underneath. So it could have just come from this volcano. Could have come from the plane of fire. Might be the same place.
Okay. Then for now, I think I'm just gonna cast a good old faithful hex on it for now.
Hexagon. What?
So yeah, I'll quickly cast. There we go. So you should be able to see the thing now. Yeah. So just gets a d6 extra damage from now, and it doesn't really matter what check. It's only checks, not saving throws or anything. Yeah. All right. And then
It matters if it tries to like grapple or something. Technically.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. Then I'll target strength checks or yeah, strength. So any ability check or skill check or anything like that using strength will be at disadvantage. Attack rolls will happen as normal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, please do remind me of that in case it does, in case I forget. But
Okay.
strength checks at disadvantage. Cool.
Awesome. Then I am gonna unleash a freaking volley of Eldritch Blasts. 3 of them incoming. One, and it's not showing. So it's 20. Let me actually try use Forge here. Okay, there it's targeting. Then where is at will? Oh, just blast. There we go. So normal. Okay, that's 26. That hits, and then normal damage. So 13 points of damage. I'll roll the d6s at the end of it. Ah, God damn it. It's been annoying. Why? Okay, there you go. Misses. Then hits on the second one. Normal damage. Alright. And then 3d6. Well, 2d6s because only 2 of them hit. 11 more damage with the hex. Yeah. So it was only the last attack that missed.
Cool. I have added that as you blast 2 Eldritch blasts into this thing, and you just see the flame sort of reforming from where you've shot it. But I think that is going to take us on to Elias, if that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay, Elias, you're up.
I'm just gonna hide.
Okay, you're hiding in that little turret
Yeah.
crane thing. Cool. You can give me, as you sort of hide in there, you can give me a stealth check and a investigation check as well. Or what is your passive investigation?
23, I think.
Okay, then you actually won't need to make that check. And with that stealth check, as you sort of duck in behind into this little turret, you see the eye around your neck close, and you are fairly certain that nothing can see you. But as you're sort of trying to peek around the edge to make sure that the phoenix can't see you, you notice the controls on top of this thing, and you see that they seem pretty intuitive. They look quite similar to cranes that you've used before, and they've got giant red buttons on each of. There's like 2 handles. They look kind of like joysticks, and they've each got a big red button on top of each of them. You're not sure what this thing does, but you do realize that the entire turret swivels. You think it might be a crane, but it might also actually be some kind of a weapon. You're not entirely sure.
I would have to assume it is a crane because it's right over belt.
I will say you don't see any cables along it. Usually with a crane there would be a hook hanging off of it, but you see no hook on this thing. It just seems like maybe there was one and it needs to be strung up. You're not sure.
Okay. Well, I am going to just. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch one of the red buttons and just see if it does anything. If it fires well, we know it's a gun. If it doesn't, it's probably still just a crane.
Okay, so we'll say as you kind of peer up into this, you will see that as you're about to press the button, you notice that they are actually labeled, but I don't know what languages you speak.
I speak common and undercommon. That's it.
Okay, no, so you can see a symbol next to it. You don't know what it does, but you press the button, and along the ridge of this, like where the cable would be, you see this lash of lightning just arc between the 2 sides and just whip down in front of it, and it seems to like lash out as though trying to grab something, but it just lashes out in front and then retracts, and the lightning is gone again. You do feel the eye around your neck open and then close again as this thing whips out, but it seems like it is a crane, but it uses a lightning whip.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do then.
Okay, so yeah, you will. You've basically got there is a spell called Lightning Whip. You've basically got a supercharged version of that on this pseudo cannon turret that you are now in, and the turret does provide you with 3/4 cover. That's against ranged attacks. Not sure if that'll come up, but yeah, good to know. But that will be your turn, figuring all of that out, as it takes us to Sakura, who is currently in the middle of the Phoenix.
She's just frantically looking around, trying to find where Seto's face went. Just, like,
Yeah, you're
calling
not
out to
seeing
him.
any of that anymore. You just see the face of this giant bird made of flame just bearing down right above you, and it seems that the flames look angry. This doesn't seem like your friend.
I'm just gonna try and call out to him, ask if, like, look at the bed and the eye, and ask if he's in there. But she doesn't really want to attack it. So she's kind of just, like, chilling there in the, like, well, not really chilling. She's, like, trying to find a friend in the, but it's, I feel like it's like this emotional anime scene kind of vibe, where she's just, like, in this vortex of flame, calling out to him.
Yeah,
frantically
I mean,
trying
the
to find him.
camera is fully panned back, this wide angle shot of this massive phoenix, just the flames taking up most of this chamber, and just tiny little Sakura floating up in front of its face and just trying to call out to Seto. You can feel the heat just flowing over you, but now thanks to the mask, it is like you can see your clothes are burning around you, but just on the edges, as the magic is sort of keeping you together, but you can feel that the power of this heat would be enough to just disintegrate you if you didn't have this. And as you are staring into its face, you can give me an insight check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there is somewhere you can see in through the passage of time, that is, as these flames are just roiling through this creature, you see the flame of your friend in there. There is some part of Seto that is part of this creature as well, but it seems like currently the creature is winning this fight of duality, and this phoenix seems not to recognize you at all. So yeah, it seems like Seto might be in there, but it will probably take more than just a few words to reach him.
Yeah. I think that's her turn. She's going for the more cinematic kind of thing at the moment with her. I don't think she'd be attacking the phoenix.
Okay,
Really.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then that is going to take us onto Australia.
Well, I haven't done anything. Move out of its range and see what it does. Oh, ranged. Really?
Okay. Are you currently immune to fire?
I am immune to fire.
Okay, so yeah, the flames are still sort of expanding out, and it seems quite focused on Sakura at the moment. So it doesn't take an opportunity attack, but you do feel that fire sort of, as you see it sort of catch the Pegasus's wing for a bit, as the Pegasus is going to take 15 points of fire damage just from moving through the space. But other than that, you don't get an opportunity attack. Though as you are flying, you do notice this other creature made more of light and electricity just starting to make its way out of the creature above you.
Oh, let's just gonna get off ledge and then send the Pegasus on its way. Then use the Synagogue.
Okay, so where are you? Before we get into that, where are you sending the Pegasus?
I'm basically just sending it. Let's see. I'm basically just commanding it to fly to this control and stay away from the.
To that way, like back to where you just came from, or to the bottom one? I couldn't see.
To the bottom, the egg.
Okay, cool. So we'll say it is flying currently around then. So it gets to about there. As that is the Pegasus's movement, and as you leap down off of it onto this sort of thin railing here, Estrella begins to transform, and I'm going to just hide your token over here on the side so that we stay on your initiative. Though I don't think this whole making tokens invisible actually works at the
moment. It doesn't. I can see my own token, but Dreamwork.
Okay, and let me just get the. Where is it? And you will feel this strange sensation as energy surges through you. And Estrella, you land and you find it incredibly difficult to actually stand on the place where you have landed, as you kind of scratch your leg off the side, breaking through one of the rails, and you instead land up all the way over here as you are currently sort of hanging off of the edge. You can feel the heat underneath, but you are easily able to hang onto the side of this ledge, and the rest of you see this explosion of lightning sort of crackle between the bird up above and the Zinogre down below as Estrella transforms. And Estrella, I would like you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Let's see, Constitution using the Synagogue.
No, with with the Zinogre.
I think I'm fine with a 13 because there's only one away from a natural.
Then you're all right. The transformation seems to take over successfully. I'm just going to actually put the Zinogre on the initiative, and you are a Zinogre, right? So, Stragon, you're in Zinogre form. Cool.
And that's all I can do as transformation.
Yeah, all right. So, with that, sorry, now it should. Oh, it's gotten confused.
Australia. What the god? What have you done?
Oh dear God! What the hell is happening?
Dude, today is fucking too much.
I looked away for like 2 minutes and looked at the boundless. What the heck?
Yeah, I blank out for a minute, and Estrella's now a Zinogre, which I've missed at first. So I just thought, oh, great, a Zinogre.
Oh man, just imagine if I had mirror image up, then we would have had 4.
All right, so as this takes us on to the Arclight Phoenix's turns, you see this just energy drop down from the statue and swoop down past the Phoenix, and it swoops right past you. You feel this crackling energy, June, as it comes flying past you. However, it doesn't. It has flyby, and yeah, it just sort of blasts right through you as it does an arc light touch. Oh man, don't give me range bullshit. It comes back for a second, so it can actually hit you.
I like the thing just runs past with the lightning coming off, and Jin's just sitting there, like, huh? Oh, goodness. And it's like, oh, sorry, I have to come back and electrify.
Okay, and with the 22, that is going to hit. Give me a dex saving throw, please.
Sure thing. 12. Damn it.
Oh,
I
no.
had to tempt the dice god by saying, oh yeah, I'm getting good rolls now.
Okay, so, okay. Oh, geez. Okay, no, wait, I misunderstood that. So it is not June. Is anyone within 30 feet of June? I don't think so. No,
I don't think.
no. The Sakura is a full 60 feet away there. So actually, the dex save was for nothing.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Huh? Wait, sorry, let me just double check. It keeps moving the chat. Yeah, so it would jump to another creature. You just feel this lightning surge through you. It was 25 lightning damage, so I think that applied. Yeah, okay, that has applied. Just double check that your HP only went down by 25.
Wait, what? How much?
25.
25 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah, lightning damage.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, that hasn't taken it off properly. Sorry, this will smoothen out in a second. I promise. I'm just new creature who did. Sorry, it did something weird there. Um, it only did 12 damage to you there.
Oh, I'm tracking on D&D Beyond, so it's fine.
So you're down to 90, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that has moved across. It just didn't show up in the chat properly. Okay, so that is that one's turn, I think. Yeah, cool. So that one just swoops down and sort of flies through June, zapping her as it does. And then it is the Phoenix's turn. As the Phoenix now, you see it just staring down at you, Sakura. You see its wings just fold back behind it as it also now swoops around and is going to do a little circle in this cavern. Okay, and yeah, it is flying around in a circle around you, Sakura. So it goes over June, the Pegasus, and the Zinogre. And as it is doing that, it is going to take one attack against. Sorry, let me just check here. Okay, so it's going to make two attacks, one with its beak and one with its talons. So first will be a beak attack against you, June.
Okay. Wait, me? Didn't you mean Australia?
No, against it's circling around. It did a full.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Uh, okay, 27 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And you take 14 fire damage. Have you got anything against fire damage at the moment?
Oh, I currently have immunity to fire damage.
Okay, then you take nothing. As this comes flying around, and then it's going to take a talon attack against the Pegasus is the next target it sees. Okay, the Pegasus takes 19 points of fire damage as it just claws at it, and you see it sort of push it up against the wall. Its wings now on fire as it's trying desperately to move away. And yeah, this creature seems intent on just destroying everything it can see, as it is now currently in your space, Estrella, but I think you are also immune to fire, right?
Yes, since since everything, just the thing I saw it has language. That it can speak. The Sinoga. Or I was just wondering.
Yeah, it can speak. I think Draconic. I'm not.
Common Draconic.
Yeah, you will be able to speak well in Sinoga form then.
Perfect. Just making sure.
Okay, and then Jerry, that's going to take us on to you, as you see the phoenix sort of moving in towards you.
How high up is the purple phoenix at the top left?
Those ones are a good 30 feet above you.
Good. I'll get on Spike. Yeah, I'll get on Spike and tell him to fly up there. So I'll land, I think, on the head of the statue. I should be able to hit it from there. And then tell him to teleport back.
So he's teleporting back with you or without you?
Without me.
Okay.
So, I think teleporting is an action for him. Yes, it is. Okay. Then I'll rage and start hitting. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
All right. So yeah, as you fly up there, jump off, spikes back onto the head of the statue, and you are raging. Make your attacks.
Will it work on the forge? It says it sent the roll, but it doesn't show that it sent the roll. I'll just do it from here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything this side. Can you see what you rolled?
Yeah, I rolled 19 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Roll.
You can roll for damage.
Why did it stop working? roll damage until I figure this out.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I don't know what the problem is exactly. Oh, there we go.
I re-roll both of them. I manually roll. That's why it would be 19 damage, and I'll Divine Smite. I think it's 4d8. Why do I keep forgetting? I use it all the time. Yeah, it's 4d8. So a total of 30 on the first attack.
Hey, nice. Yeah, you managed to get that attack in, but you just sort of feel it as it's sort of leaving the statue. You help it along. You feel like you've done some damage to it.
My phone doesn't stop vibrating.
Is there anything you want to do else you want to do there, Jerry?
Yeah,
Is
I'll
that your
keep
turn?
attacking.
Yeah, go for it. That make your rolls.
Does it show
Yeah,
the...
I'm not seeing anything here. So either roll them custom or call them out.
Yeah, it was 25 to hit for 22 damage.
Okay, yeah, that hit.
And another Divine Smite. Roll. 18. So 38 on the second one.
All right, nice. Yeah, you definitely seem to be dispersing some of that energy, but it does seem to be reforming as it's leaving the statue still. Anything else?
Action Surge.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Another 2. Yeah, still not seeing rolls. Please call them.
Yeah, 35 to hit for 21 damage.
Yeah.
I think I'm all out of third level spell slots. No, yeah, I am, so second level now. An extra 21. Wow, it's a high roll.
Yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, now it's looking pretty badly hurt. As you can see, there's not quite as much energy leaving the statue as there was before.
And
I
the last
think you've still
attack,
got one more.
20 damage, 27 to hit.
Okay, another 20 on that. Are you adding another Divine Smite?
Yes. Not very high. 9.
Okay, holy crap. That was a ton of damage. As you can see, this the lightning sort of arcing off your blade into this thing. It is looking very badly hurt
That's all I can do.
now. Okay. In that case, it is going to take us to the creature's turn, who is definitely going to try and get the hell out of there. It does have flyby, so I don't think it provokes opportunity
Yeah,
attacks.
this flyby doesn't provoke.
So it is going to just swoop right on out of there, and as it does so, it's going to just arc back towards you and try and hit you with that arc light touch.
Yeah, my AC is 20 now because I did say I'm using my prosthetic.
Okay, cool. Let just add
too small to hit.
Sorry, no, I'm trying to update the AC so that I can just. There we go. Okay.
It has moved to the top, the flat one.
Okay. It does hit you with a 27 anyway. It was a pretty high roll, and then that is 30 points of lightning damage to you as it flies past, and that is going to arc towards the Zinogre, but the Zinogre is also. Oh, actually, the Zinogre and so Estrella and Spike need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Let me just reduce 15 from my HP.
Are you resistant to lightning?
I'm raging.
Because you rage. Cool.
And Spike makes a dex save.
Okay, yeah, the Zinogre makes it easy.
Go on then. Fuck. He tried.
Ooh, okay, not so lucky for old Spike as. Oh, I think it minus. One.
Spike fucking dies.
Okay, no, so Spike then is going to take. God, it's going to auto apply this to you, isn't it?
I didn't.
Okay, no, it didn't. Cool. So Spike takes 27 points of lightning damage.
Okay, I marked it.
Okay, I've added that to his token there. And that is going to be that as that makes its attack, and then is going to swoop down away.
Oh man, it's
And it comes flying right past you, Elias, but it has taken its attack, and it doesn't hit you. You manage to stay undetected. But that is going to take us to the top of the round, where before we get to your turn, June, you will now notice the flames beginning to rise.
Oh, that's fine. I'm immune. Not for Elias, though.
I think Elias is the only one that's not gonna be fine.
Wait a second.
It's okay, Elias, you are on the top floor already, so
Wait a
you probably
if I swallowed Elias, or not swallowed, but basically had him in my mouth, I'm immune to fire. Would that make it so he wouldn't get hit by fire?
Yeah, I don't think he would deal too well with the lightning damage that would cause. But it might.
Man, we're just gonna get him a suit, then he can be like,
You know,
I am your father.
I mean, technically, I could put you in a demi-plane.
you know, like,
But
I
you
make
know,
a joke
Sakura
out of
is
this.
too good at investigation, so...
Then again, if he dies,
Should I put you in
we
a
can
demi-plane?
always fix him.
It's a joke. I promise that I joke like, haha, magic users. It's starting to not
Yeah,
be a joke. I feel inferior.
You only like the magical users when you need their demi-planes. I see. I'm gonna be salty.
No, I have too much pride. Don't worry. I won't come crawling to you.
She might just yeet you into a demi-plane anyway, honestly.
Okay, great. I mean, either way, it works.
Just like, this new doesn't have, like, fucking... What's with them?
Dude, I have been in a fucking Yakuza my entire life, okay?
And yet you're still not immune to fire, SMH. Or like a whole at least 10 years older, and you don't have immunity to fire? Dude, what are you doing with your life?
Sakura chose today to be violence.
You know, I know you've also done it, but I've also fucking died today. Like, give me a fucking break.
I mean, has Elias even ever tried to cast a spell? Like, Let's be honest.
No,
Like, you got
because
the magic hat.
No.
Oh wow, you're selling multi-class into sorcerer. Oh wow.
I mean, if ever there was a time to do that.
You're a
This is your
wizard.
turn,
You're wizard, Elias.
So I am gonna be flying around over here to get a. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just go over there for now, and then I'm gonna cast a nice new spell. Where is it now? Shadow of Moil. That's a very cool spell. Is it showing up? Nope. It's okay. Just roll damage.
Yeah, there we go. It's showing up.
Flame-like shadows wreathe around your body until the spell ends, causing you to become heavily obscured to others. The shadows turn dim light within 10 feet of you into darkness, and bright lights in the same area to dim light. Until the spell ends, you have resistance to radiant damage. In addition, whenever a creature within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack, the shadow lashes out at the creatures, dealing 2d8 necrotic damage. Now, there's a very cool interaction about being heavily obscured. Creatures will attack me with disadvantage, and because of how the weird wibbly wobbly stuff of being heavily obscured, I can attack other creatures with advantage, which is really, really cool.
Okay. Wow. That I also like the fact that the spell component for that is an undead eyeball encased in a gem worth 150 gold, which, though I didn't really mention it, the new gem that you got kind of works.
Oh wow!
So
Okay, that works perfectly. I actually didn't look at the components. Whoops.
yeah, it just that sort of made me laugh. So yeah, as you see, well, as you kind of don't see, as June disappears into the shadows, these weird tendrils sort of wrapping around her. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, that's my action. I don't really. Can I even do anything with my bonus action right now? I can't cast another spell. I can't do anything else. Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay. Then at the end of your turn, as we move on to Elias, the Phoenix is going to take a legendary action and is going to peck at the Pegasus. Or no, it'll peck at it's seen 3 targets and only got to attack 2, so it's going to attack the Zenoga. And I'm not even going to bother rolling because you're immune to fire damage, and this thing is made of fire. So it attacks you, and you just feel the flames wash over you, but it has no effect, Estrella, as this elder elemental is trying to fuck you up and is having no effect. But Elias, you see this happening. What are you doing from your little turret?
My little gun. I'm gonna swing it around to and fire it at the Phoenix and see what happens.
Okay, I would like you to roll an attack roll plus your dexterity modifier, so you can just roll basically your crossbow attack. Will be the same.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay, a 24 will definitely hit. As you spin this turret around and you blast it towards the Phoenix, you will see this arc of lightning just spread across and blast out towards the Phoenix, wrapping around the fire, like around its tail, and arcing throughout the entire creature. You'll just sort of see this lightning burst through it, and then you will see on the console that you are currently controlling, you'll see the lights. You'll see a bunch of lights sort of light up on the console, and there are, now that it is properly illuminated, you'll see that there are a couple of other switches and buttons on this thing, also with labels in primordial that you're not sure what they do, but you can feel that the lightning, the way it had retracted last time, that is not happening. It is currently connected now to the Phoenix, and it feels like you've got it almost like a fish on a hook, as you feel this thing like extending, but you've now got a certain sense of control over it. You're not entirely sure how to use this machine, but the Phoenix is restrained by you.
Ha.
And it will make a strength saving throw to try and escape this.
Oh.
But it does this at disadvantage because of the hex.
Correct.
Hexes doesn't affect the saving throw. Only checks.
Well, either way, it failed. Those were pretty crap. It got a 7 as its highest, so it is currently just caught by this thing. And Elias, you have got yourself a phoenix on the hook. Move it back just
Cool.
a little tad.
I'm going to get absolutely fucked by these electric birds.
All right. So
Tell you what, actually, is that my turn?
that was an action.
Okay, then I will use my bow. How far away is that? Yeah, I can hit it. I will use my bonus action to hit this bird with my dancing short sword. Oh.
Okay, it flies out towards it, but it sort of swoops just underneath, and that misses with a 15.
I would have thought I wouldn't see it coming.
That's a good point, actually. I'll give you advantage because you were hidden before this.
Ah. Why are you telling me now I can't roll it? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll for damage.
With sneak attack?
Yeah, you can add your sneak attack to them.
Awesome.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you see this sword arc down and almost cleave the creature. It does cleave it in half, and then you see the lightning reform. It seems to be faltering in its flight, but you can see that a lot of this creature has dissipated now. It's looking more hurt than you. You're surprised.
Yeah, how
One more
about
hit like
Fields,
that.
fucker?
Yeah, one more hit like that, it would probably be down. Have you got anything else you can do on your turn?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, is that going to be the end of yours?
Yep.
All right. As we are moving over to Sakura's turn, the Phoenix is going to realize that it has now been caught, and it is going to use a legendary action. I'm just checking here. Yeah, as you see it flaps its wings down towards you, Elias, and this just wave of flame comes flying over you. I need you to make a dex saving throw, please. You will have advantage because you're inside that little turret.
I like these ones. Oh no.
Oh god, I literally didn't even. I was like not bothering to check the DC because I figured how Elias will get like 27 or something. But 1 second. Yeah, unfortunately, either you just feel this heat like engulf you for a moment as you are going to take a little bit of fire damage there. Let's see.
I take
Oh,
half anyways, I think.
you can use evasion as a, I think, or have
No,
you got
yeah,
fire resist?
evasion does that. On a successful dex saving throw, no damage. On a fail, it's half.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, you take 8 points of fire damage.
That's nice.
That was halved already. It was 16, half to 8.
Okay.
So
Not debilitating. That's nice.
yeah, so it's just this like liquid flame that wraps around, sort of singes your eyebrows a little bit, but definitely could be a lot worse from the creature.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, they're still there. You might be
Okay.
checking right now, but you're pretty sure they're still there, just singed. Sakura, it is your turn. What do you want?
You know, she's offended that, like, the Phoenix has just, like, ignored her. Like, she's, like, right there. And it was like, you know what? Let's go attack, like, you know, Sakura's right in front of my face. But, you know, we're gonna attack June. And then the Pegasus. And then the Zenoga. And then, you know, we're gonna, like, even turn right back around and go and attack Elias. Not Sakura. And she's, like... She's just touched. She's salty. Hello? Oh no. I'm keeping the door closed because I don't want to be loud and keep you up. You can just yeet him in. Okay, he's not gonna close the door. But she's like offended. So she kind of like looks at this Phoenix and she's like, "Oi, I'm over here." And she kind of just like tries to get its attention back to her. How destroyed are her clothes at this point?
Clothes would be
Not too bad. It is the magic does protect your equipment as well, so it's not destroying any of your equipment, but it's just like smoldering. It is so hot.
So she's just under like she believes that this Phoenix is her friend. And she's just trying. She's gonna come and like fly to stand in front of its face again. Like, be like, don't focus on them. Focus on me. I was here first. And I feel like most of this fight is actually going to be more roleplay oriented for her, but she's going to use a mind spike. It's a cantrip that does like near to no damage, but needs to do an intelligence save anyway.
Okay, so that's what 8 psychic damage there. I got a nat 1.
Okay,
It's
so
not even showing up. It's just that embarrassed.
So with this mind sliver, as it says you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature. This disorienting spike is the memory of when Seto and Sakura first met. And I think she was sitting outside because there was like fighting inside. He was, and he kind of just came to the steps and was like, "Come on, kid, you're gonna have to get used to this." And so that is the form that the mind spike is taking. She's forcing this memory into this Phoenix's mind.
Yeah, and all of you will see the flames of this phoenix glow brighter for a second and then dim back to where it is. It seems to be pretty effective.
But yeah, she's just having like a stare off. She's trying to get the Phoenix to focus on her. She's trying to not like to get it to not get hurt because I think she truly does believe that Seto is in there and that she can get him out, even if she can't actually.
You can give me either an Arcana or an Insight check as you're busy doing this to try and suss out the best way to reach. Okay, so you know that the Phoenix is famous for rising from the ashes. And you know that even if you destroyed it completely, you probably wouldn't destroy Seto's soul. but it seems like this thing is burning too bright that it may need to be cooled down. It's basically like if you were trying to get Jerry out of a rage, that's probably the strategy here. But it seems like what you're doing is effective and getting in there.
Cool. And she's just like standing defiantly in front of it. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. And with that takes us to Australia as the Zenoga.
Yes.
Peggy's still trying to fly away.
I have the idea. I'm just leap off the platform, jump towards the phoenix, and with my two claws, just try to slam into it, basically using the two claw attacks, and then bite into its neck. That's 3 attacks.
Okay. Yeah, you leap into the air and going for the, the creature's neck. That first one hits. Roll for damage.
$16. I don't think that hits.
16 misses. Well, that definitely hits. Okay, does that add the lightning damage? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So 22 on that bite attack.
Yep.
Yeah, as you see the Zenoga grab the phoenix's neck and just pull the flames out. However, you will realize that as you do this, as you claw through it and as you bite into it, that the thing is made of flame and is not actually corporeal enough to hang off of. So as you rip through the flame, you fly right through it and land back down on the ground. Thankfully, because of your size, that doesn't really like you're easily able to make that, but you do notice that as you land, or actually, can you move just one, like 5 feet to the right because you're landing on the floor? Yeah, there we go. So as you land back down there, you notice that the fires are starting to rise up. There's like lava starting to spill over the sides of these grates.
Well, just happy be immune to fire, so has no problem.
Yeah, you take no damage from any of that. You just land hard on the grates, and you can see it coming up around you. Anything else you're gonna do on your turn?
Oh yeah, I discovered it. Oh, fun one. Since it spells have its bonus action, which is to use the hand dice. Holy!
Oh, jeez. Okay, hold on. What the fuck does that?
Yeah. It apparently doesn't have stealth. It will try to damage me, but I can just. Okay, it does now to apply.
It will, but I'll undo it from. It should be fine.
But basically,
so
just spins around and opens its mouth and just breathes out a beam of lightning towards the phoenix, barely missing Sakura and the Pegasus.
yeah, it does arc all the way into the one of the other birds, but you see that one does not take any of the damage, unfortunately, as it is made of lightning itself. But yeah, this is one hell of a lightning blast that comes from this beast. I'm glad we finally got to see it. And yeah, that's the phoenix takes the damage as Astraeus like showing a whole other side. But I take it that's your turn.
Yeah, just yes, because can't do anymore.
Okay, then this bird is going to turn around and fly back, I think. Yeah. Yeah. June, this one is going to go for you, but it has got disadvantage because you are obscured.
Cool.
That is a 14, and it misses as it just flies over you, and you feel that lightning crackle all around you, but it misses completely.
Awesome.
And then it flies towards Spike, but that is the end of its turn. It's taken its attack, and that takes us on to the Phoenix, as the Phoenix now taking this damage from the Zenoga and seeing Sakura in front of it. It is caught up in Elias's uh, trap, and it is going to try and break free of that. It's going to try and make another strength check to get out of here. Okay, with a 10, it does not. And it is, Jesus, I was rolling so low on strength. So you see it fighting and flapping its wings as the flames are going to engulf you, Sakura, as it sort of closes its wings around you and then flaps them back towards the Zenoga. However, both of you are immune to lightning. Immune to fire damage, so it basically wastes its turn doing that,
Yeah,
trying to break up.
She doesn't flinch at all.
Yeah, you see these walls of fire just come towards you and crash over you, but immediately separate, and you are just left standing there unsinged, just
Full anime
staring
scene
it
shit.
down.
Yeah. Is it the end of its turn or not?
It is now the end of its turn, yes.
So I'll use my reaction at the end of its turn to use the Storm Rune. And it needs to make a Wisdom save 15. I'll try to send it here.
Oh, okay. I've got a 17.
Then never mind. Nothing happens. It would have.
Okay.
I'll
So
send
yeah.
it anyway, but it succeeds.
I will say it might have disadvantage on this because it's got so much lightning coursing through it already. What does the Storm Rune do?
Why did it send all of the runes? I pressed specifically on the stone one.
That's alright, I can see the storm on here, so
Stone rune. It will become charmed by me for 1 minute. While charmed, he has speed of 0 and is incapacitated.
okay. Okay, I don't really see. This says that you can impose advantage or disadvantage on a roll. This you do on yourself.
Wait, does it show 2 stone runes? Stone, not storm.
Oh, okay. No, then it won't have disadvantage. Okay, yeah, sorry, I was reading the storm rune. So, yeah, then it does succeed that save. But good to know. As it is now your turn.
I'll call Spike to me. Flies to me and I get on him. Then yeah, I'll go for the other Arclight Phoenix. he will fly back towards it. The forge is not cooperating. Let's say I'm here, and then it'll teleport. Wait, I have to roll for a teleport. Gets it back, and he
Okay, nice.
teleports away. Like I don't think I can move myself closer to it without being inside of the creature.
You
Here,
can,
I can be here.
yeah, that you're still outside the hitbox. You should be able to move inside it though.
All right. Yeah, so I moved inside, and then he teleported away, and I resume my attacks.
So wait, are you on the back of Spike, or Spike's
No, again,
teleporting away?
he's teleporting away without me again.
So you're on the ground there.
I think I'm up. Like technically, yeah, I'm standing.
But are you standing on the ground, or did you just run along the wing and jump through the air?
I'll stay like I want to try and stay within the bird's reach to hit it.
Oh yeah, if you're still on the bird, then we'll say you can easily from the wing of the statue you can hit it there.
Okay, yeah, then I'll step here and attack it twice. Wait, I have bonus action. I'll use it to activate my blade. It's been a long time. Radiant Wrath. Extra 2d8 damage. And it still doesn't roll on the forge, even though I restarted everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I also have had rolls that haven't shown up a couple of times. I don't know why it's doing that.
Well, 26 to hit for 23 damage. I'll Divine Smite and end all the rolls. That's a 1. So that's total of 45.
Okay, yeah, that first one does some major damage.
And the second one, 23 to hit for 21 damage. And I'm all out of second level spell slots, so now it's only normal ones. Level 1 extra 14. That's 35 total on the second one.
Okay, yeah.
And just for the sake of it, it's probably immune, but I'll try anyway. Invoke the fire rune as I hit him the second time. I summon fiery shackles. Take extra 2d8, 2d6 fire damage. So extra 2d6, 8 fire damage. It needs to make a strength save or be restrained for a minute.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, it does take that full damage on that, but let's see about the strength save.
It's also 15.
That is a 7. It fails. So it is restrained by fiery shackles that just are pretty easily conjured right now. Let's see. Restrained.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, nice. So they'll have disadvantage on dex saves and disadvantage on all attacks. Everyone has got advantage against the ones that are restrained and they don't have any movement.
Yeah, at the start of each turn, it takes 2d6 damage, and Where is it? You can make. I think at the end of each turn. Yeah, at the end of each turn, you can retake the save.
Okay, cool. So then that is going to take us on to the other Phoenix's turn, or the other Arc Phoenix, who is now going to turn in the air and is going to fly. First is going to hit you, Elias, although you were hidden, so I'm going to give it a perception check. Or actually, no, you holding the. Yeah, so I'll give it a perception check, but you are much more visible right now as you've got the Phoenix in your grasp.
I couldn't possibly imagine what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. It does come flying over you, and it does sort of zap the console that you're sitting in, which you feel this energy arc all around you. Let's see if it hits. When my forge stops lagging.
And I'm sitting in a metal sphere. I can't be
Yeah,
good.
there's a metal sphere that is designed to fire lightning though, so it might be
Oh,
insulated.
Faraday cage. That's not bad.
Oh, unfortunately, that's still a 22 to hit.
You know what? I think that does hit.
We're going to take 28 points of lightning damage.
Can I have that?
This isn't a save. I'm not sure. I think you can just have any
I can
damage
use my
that you take.
reaction.
As long as it's a
Yeah.
dex one.
No, it's
Not evasion.
God damn
The
it.
other one.
No, it's a
Uncanny dodge.
yes. Thank you.
You
Yeah,
can use the
you
reaction
can absolutely
to
do
health
that.
for damage.
Okay, then I'll have that. So that's
Okay, so then it's
10 or
40.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've added that there. And then Sakura, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well, please. Oh, don't worry about that. Oh. Okay, so
Okay, my cat has like stopped being a shit, so I can come off it. Oh no.
yeah, that is not so good for you. You take 23 points of lightning damage, Sakura.
That's not too bad. It's like a quarter of my health.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so as it sort of arcs from the machine that Elias is working on, you see it sparking up the Phoenix and just arcing into you, and you're not so resistant to the lightning, but that is going to be, oh, this is a messy battlefield, but that is going to take us to the end of the round as the flames get higher. And June, it is taking us onto your turn, but in a second.
Sweet. Alright.
Oh, just give it a second to load up there. No, that Phoenix hasn't gotten its check yet, Jimmy.
Oh, wait, what?
No, I was sorry, responding to Jerry in the chat. You are your turn. What do you want to do?
Alright, awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna start laying down some hurt in one turn from now, because now I'm gonna cast a 7th level spell called Crown of Stars.
Oh, I have that one.
Yeah, it's an awesome spell. So 7 star-like motes of light appear and orbit your head until the spell ends. You can use a bonus action to send one of these motes streaking toward one creature or object within 120 feet of you. When you do so, make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, they take 4d12 radiant damage. When you hit or miss, the mode is expended. The spell ends early if you expend the last mode. If you have 4 more modes remaining, they shed bright lights in a 30-foot radius and dim lights an additional 30 feet. If you have 1 mode remaining, they shed dim lights in 30-foot radius. So you see, it's a kind of weird effect as these modes appear around June, but they're kind of dim. They're not very bright at all, and then when they shoot out, they make this loud, this bright flash as they come out. But yeah, and I'll use my bonus action to actually target this, to try to take out this guy over here.
Which guy?
This one over here. One over here.
Go to the left, I think.
Just tell me, because I can't. I don't think I can see your.
The near death one.
Yeah, the near death one.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to make an attack. I'll just make a spell attack like this. Oh, it's an advantage when you just roll again because I am heavily obscured. Oh, not 20. It's been a while.
All right, nice.
5, 6, 7, 8 d12 points of damage.
It's double the damage if you crit.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's 40d12, and so it's 8d12 damage.
Wouldn't you kill them on the first attack already?
I can only use 1 mode per turn.
Oh, so yeah.
But that moat does absolutely destroy this one phoenix, as you wipe that one clear from the battlefield, completely dispersing its energy. Would you like to describe what this looks like?
Ah, man, I'm just thinking one of those anime scenes where the hero just sends this huge shot through something, and just I don't know what scene I'm thinking of or what it's from, but it's basically just a giant flash as this thing goes through right through the entire body of this thing, and also mini explosions because that's cool.
Absolutely, hell yes. Okay, so as that creature is completely destroyed, is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn, and I'll move 50 feet back this way. Oh, 45, 50. There you
All right, nice. That is going to bring us on to Elias. As you see, June, you see this moat just completely destroy the creature that was just trying to kill you, and you are still alive. What do you want to do?
I was muted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Was like,
going to briefly. I'm going to briefly cry about my lost 16 health points. And God, shit.
We'll remind you there are a bunch of other buttons on the console that you have, but I'm sure you've also got some cool stuff of your own.
Oh, I don't have much I can do. Well, my brain's too small to do anything right now, so
Hey, look, man, if you can try anything, this is D&D. You can literally just try and shout a magic word. It might do something. You never know. I mean, usually not, I will say, but you got options.
I don't think that magic word does anything.
No, shut up. I'm first and foremost. I'm going to. Is it still restrained, the phoenix?
Yeah, you've got it caught in this lightning arc.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it with the short sword again. Well, different one, but
Yeah, you can easily do that. Go for it.
and I forgot to target.
You have advantage.
Yeah, you have got advantage, so check for that crit, because that but a 19 does hit.
Well,
yeah, those hit.
Cool. And yeah. What was I thinking? Oh, right. Sneak attack, or
yeah.
Right.
You had advantage, so I think you.
Oh yeah, I am not on top of my game. Yeah, and I am also going to just press a button. Actually, I'm going to press 2.
Bad lad.
Oh, are you sure you want to press?
Yes.
I'm asking you. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
You underestimate how smooth-brained I am. Yes.
All right. So as your as your sword flies over and does some pretty decent damage, actually. Hold on. What was that? 20 sneak attack
20
and
plus 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sneak attack, kind of. You know, no, I'm not gonna diss my sneak attack, my beloved.
Okay. So as the sword flies over and arcs into this thing, you press two buttons on, on this, of just both triggers on this thing, and you feel a surge of energy just like surge up your arms, and it's like the entire vessel that you're sitting in begins to vibrate. And I need you to give me a charisma saving throw, please.
I should have listened to the. Oh, you should.
You're fine.
22. Okay. So as you press this, you you feel the surge of energy through you, and it feels as though you can see everything brighter for a second. The rest of you are not looking at Elias, but his eyes are actually glowing as the surge of energy flows through him, and you see where the lightning is casting out. You see this jet of water now spray out of it with like a fire hose with incredible force, and just start to douse this creature. I need to need to double check.
I.
Yeah, can you roll for me 10d12, please?
All right. Ah, wait, that's
66. I mean, come on, that's a.
I mean, it's about average.
It's a number.
Yeah, but you do 66 points of damage, but this is vulnerable to this because obviously it's water.
It's a flaming ball of flame.
Electrified and doused.
Okay, there we go. Now it should be right. Yeah, as you see Sakura, you see this creature just get doused with flame. You also get sort of blasted with this as it even cascades over onto you, Australia, but you just feel the lightning sort of surge up around you. You become more conductive as the yeah, you see the creature's form starting to kind of dissipate. It seems like it is now almost half the size that it was a minute ago.
Does it affect the lava in the room? Does the level stay the same?
It has not affected that lava, which you can now see is like making its way up the stairway, but it does seem to have all of the water that got through this phoenix like has sort of evaporated as soon as it hit the ground, and most of it has evaporated. But you can see that steam that is filling the room has taken up most of this creature's energy. And Elias, is that going to be your whole turn?
Is there anything else? No. Actually, yeah. Can I investigate to see what, where the water came from?
Yeah, you do. sort of try and figure out what the hell's going on after doing that, as you let go instinctively. But you can give me a medicine check.
That is.
Okay. So you like immediately kind of check like what the hell just happened to me, and you instinctively check for like a nosebleed, and you feel that your face is wet, and as you touch, you assume that your hand is going to be covered with blood as you feel where one might get a nosebleed, but it's just water. It's like there's water leaking from your nose, but profusely, and your hands are like now soaking wet. You can't figure out what the hell just happened to you, but it's as if you just went for a swim.
I know what.
Okay, well, you can deliberate as we move on to Sakura's turn. I'd love to know what you think is happening, but okay, cool. Sakura, it's your turn. This thing is still restrained and is now, it seems to have had its power almost halved.
She's gonna invade its mind again with a mind sliver. Sorry. Wants to make an intelligence. Why is it rolling twice? I think something's up with my mouse because it's just double clicking on shit, even if I'm clicking once. But
Well,
it would be the
not rolling once for the rest of us. So. Yeah, that is going to be a fail. It was a 3.
And for this one, she spikes into its mind, and pulls up the memory of, I think it was the morning after she killed Iron, when they were like up by the monastery, and he was comforting her and being like, okay, just go to your grandfather, everything's gonna be okay. But that kind of moment when he was first there for her after she kind of like, killed a friend. So she's bringing that one up and trying to remind him of who she is, who he is, and what's going on. She's trying to sort of de-escalate this without actually harming it too much, even though, like, she knows that he would, like, the soul wouldn't be destroyed. She just still doesn't want to hurt him. Yeah, she's bringing up that memory and just trying to get through to him.
All right. Yeah, and it seems to be working as you see the bird now. It's like it's shaking almost as if to get the water off, but you see it stop for a moment and make eye contact with you before shaking its head, like trying to get its mind back as this mind sliver takes hold. Is that going to be your whole turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then with that, Estrella, that's going to bring us on to you.
Yep. So before that, I'm gonna use one of 13 ogres' legendary action.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to speak about that, but yeah, for now, cool.
Yeah, let's just use the fun little hounds. That makes sense in the context. Basically jumping again, trying to do the same thing, and then on the turn, try to claw it again and bite.
Okay, so for this, because it is already restrained by lightning, I will say that it has got disadvantage on this save. So let me do that again.
Pretty sure it has disadvantage anyway, if it's restrained.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Which brings it to a 14, which I think is obviously a fail.
Yeah, since it's it needs a 20, and it takes the Oh well. 12 damage and prone, which, well, it already restrained. Advantage anyway. But this gives me advantage anyway.
Yeah, somehow you're targeting yourself as well. Though.
I don't know. I am so powerful that I target myself.
Okay, I'm trying to keep up.
And then just leans over its corpse and just opens the mouth and breathe. You know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I think, don't you need to roll to see if you get your... Oh no, this is the spell.
This is the spell. Just, you know, if you've seen the Godzilla where it just breathes down into it. It's just what I'm doing.
This is a full-on kaiju battle moment happening right here, as you've basically pulled it down out of the sky, slammed it down onto the ground, into this splashing lava all around it, and pinning it down, just blasting it with energy. Sakura's like, just made a sort of connection. You start dissipating more of this energy.
And with that, done.
Okay, let me just double check all this damage is applied properly. Just double check it didn't do all that damage to you, because it did auto do it, but I tried to undo them all.
Yeah, and I managed to undo targeting myself. I don't know why it's sticky. But usually when you target something, it removes the focus.
I don't know. I'm just okay. I think it's all applied. Yeah, there we go. All right. So yeah, that does some insane damage there. And as you see this creature now just on the ground, it's completely prone and knocked. That is taking us on to the Arclight, who is also restrained and is going to try and make that save again to try and break out.
Oh, it takes 2d6 damage. Wait a second.
That is a 7 from the Arclight, so it is still stuck by the chains, and
Ooh, maximum damage.
12. Nice. Okay, nice. So that creature is now looking badly injured, as it is going to try and arc out towards you. Can it still make attacks?
Yeah, with
Is
disadvantage.
with disadvantage, cool, yeah. So it's going to go for you once with disadvantage. That's you, Jerry. It auto did what? Wait, that doesn't seem right.
I saw
How the
something
fuck did
pop
it
on my
still hit you?
screen for some reason.
Oh, it's most likely asked you for a reaction, but if the reaction timer is set to 0, you don't have the time. You should set to 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't have time. I said Sentinel or something.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was doing the timer thing. I will fix that next time. But yeah, that's a 20 to hit. Does that?
Yeah, exactly enough.
Oh, I wondered. I was like, I rolled pretty low. How did this go? Okay. So you're going to take 30 points of lightning damage. Will arc towards the Zenoga as well, but have just kind of, you'll feel a tingle on your tail as yeah, it might be asking you for a dex save, but you can just roll that so that it does its thing.
It just said I need to make a dex save, but it doesn't. Nothing popped up that said. Just something in the chat.
Yeah, just just do a deck save for me, because then I think it'll run through it. But it's not. It's messed up because it's meant to be someone else that does the deck save. Okay. Net 20. Okay, no, so it did half. There we go. So I think it only did 15 damage to you there then.
Yeah, 30 half is.
Yeah, no, it's meant to do 30. So I'll add the other 15.
Oh, it's 30 after it got halved?
No, that's with the. Oh, yeah, because you're raging, I forgot. So yeah, it was only 15. That should be right, and that is going to be the end of its turn as it's stuck there, taking us onto the Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, Astray, you want to use a legendary action? No? Okay. That is going to be the Phoenix's turn. Gotta be quick with those if you're going to be. You might not have them full on. This thing is fucking stuck. It can't really do anything. It's going to make a strength check to try and get back up, but it's currently pinned down by the Zenoga and this energy. So okay, that's a 16. It's not getting up from anything right now. It is completely pinned, and it is going to attack you there, Estrella. It's just going to peck at your face, but you are immune to fire damage, so it has no effect. And it seems like you've got this thing almost down for the count.
Oh, it's already me.
That takes us on to Jerry's turn.
Damn.
Peacefully waiting for my turn so I can unleash a flippin' artillery bombardment on him.
Well, I'll just keep swinging with advantage. Is there anything else I can do? Yeah, as a bonus action, I'll second wind to heal. Nice, 4 HP back. Nice, that's good numbers.
Okay, I've added that to you there.
And I swing twice.
With advantage. Go for it.
25 to hit. Hey, 25 damage plus 2d8.
Ah, my hex concentration. Oh no.
Plus 30, plus 11. So 34 on the first. And 28 to hit on the second one for 20 damage plus 2d8.
20 damage will be enough to
so he
finish that one off. So you won't need to use a spell slot for that.
I didn't use the blade is still glowing.
Oh, is that just from the blade? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that 20 damage from the second strike will finish this one off as you defeat another Arclight Phoenix.
Woo.
Oh. Alrighty.
Okay, at the top of the round, the flames will sort of begin to engulf the phoenix that is on the floor. So there's one more level. As now you are ankle deep in lava, Australia, but you feel the power of that mask still surging through this other form.
Elias is feeling real nervous now.
Elias is probably very glad he was on the level that he was.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna send 3 Eldritch Blasts and a Motive Light its way. At advantage.
Oh, here we go. The barrage begins.
Alright, that's normal hit. Damage. So 10 points of damage on the first one. Nothing too crazy. Second one. 29. Normal damage. 11 points of damage. Advantage. 23. Normal damage. And then bonus action, send the Motive Light. I have to do this manually. Oh, wait, what? No, that isn't a nat 20. Does a 20 hit?
20 does hit.
Yeah, and it's 4d12. 3, 4. 29. So that is how much damage in total? A lot of damage.
It doesn't show all the Eldritch Blasts. I think it
Yeah,
deleted
no.
the first. So
Yeah, a lot. They are showing up here. I'm seeing them privately. I think.
I think it was like at least 10 damage each. So 10.
I think they were all 10. The one was 11. The rest were 10, and then 29 on that line.
so 60 in
Yeah.
total.
Yeah, 60 points of damage. Nice. Would have been more if the hex was in concentration. Stash.
Okay, and at
yeah.
this point, this thing is looking very badly.
That's my turn. As I'm just gonna ready another blast of damage.
Okay, yeah, you see that this is looking like it's on its last legs here as we move on to Elias's turn. You've still got this thing in your grasp on the end of your line. What would you like to do?
That's a good question. You know what? I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to press the same 2 buttons.
Okay, you're going to try blast it with water again.
I'm going to see if it works again, yes.
All right. Yeah, and this time you will feel that surge of energy. This time feels a little bit more controlled and on purpose as you press both buttons again and you blast this fire hose out again. It's a little bit harder to hit this time because it's now down on the ground and yeah, so you can make an attack, but it is still on the end of your leash. So and yeah, it's prone. I'll say you've got advantage. Sure.
Awesome.
Everyone else is also going to get blasted with water, but
Oh,
you're not going to be bad.
I'm sorry, everyone.
But you will be able to add your sneak attack to this as well. So,
Ooh.
10 d12.
okay, yeah,
And like
26, another 10 d12. Go for it.
On top of
Plus your
sneak attack.
this time. Yeah.
Alright. So there's sneak attack. It was 10d12.
Nice. I think it's dead.
I'd hope so.
Oh, almost. Hold on, wait.
Oh.
What was that? So what was the sneak
60.
attack? 31.
Oh, sneak attack was 31 and the 10d12 was 60.
Okay, yeah, so almost this thing is now just like getting boiled in the lava with this water just getting pummeled down into it as yeah, it's looking like it's nearly finished, but looks like someone might have to take the final blow. Is that the end of your turn, Elias?
There's not. Yeah, that'll be it. There's nothing else I can really do.
Okay. Then Sakura, that is going to bring us onto you. You can see this creature is now, it seems to be suffering at this point with all of the attacks that it's taking. But you can see that the more damage they do to it, the smaller it seems to be getting, and the more this fire seems to be coming under control, although the room around you is having the opposite effect. This is the last phoenix left in the room. Sakura, what would you like to do?
You are muted.
Just checking, like, please tell me she's actually here.
Oh, lol. Yeah. I think she probably stick with what she has been doing and do another mind sliver. But with this one, kind of send like a bunch of various memories, like those kind of like happy memory montages, like
A lot of
kind of one of those.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
describe this. What is this? The last one? Because I mean, this is the final thing. Oh, and good damage on that one.
It's like, so I guess this kind of memory montage might be of, like all the times he supported her, like kind of like, because there's been a lot of times that he's supported her. It's kind of like hard to pick just one. But I mean, the most.
No, this is. I mean, you're showing the montage, so you can give a few examples.
Let's think. So when she killed her mom, of course, like he dove after her. I think he was the first to dive after her when her mom took her through the time portal thing. He's always been like overprotective, so all those times where he's been just like, don't do stupid shit, just reprimanded her for being stupid shit because like he cares. I guess especially when like she came back to life and like that reuniting, that was I think that's a big memory for her. She'd also probably think about the time when she thought that they lost him, when he fell into like the fire, and like the relief from that, from realizing that he wasn't dead. So it's just like a flash of so many different memories and emotions, and I think it would probably end on the memory of him being like the first person she saw after coming back to life.
All right, and with that, Sakura, you have done literally. You've brought it to 0 exactly, which actually means that you knocked it unconscious and didn't kill it, which I feel is very fitting. But at this point, you see this creature dissipate into the flames below, and the entire phoenix disappears. Estrella, underneath you, the creature is gone, and you will see this room, the fires start to lower again as they begin to drain through the grill underneath. And as the fires drain, you take a step back, the fires finally, the heat in this room dies down, and you will see in this sort of charred remains of this room, most of the stuff has survived in here, but where that table was, the figure is lying curled up, and it seems to be either kneeling or in the fetal position. But as we switch maps over,
You know what? I can do a thing.
Jump into the lava?
No.
Relaxed. If just we have a finger, bring you back. We can
I also
better.
just don't want to go through the ordeal of dying, you know. Never mind.
and you all see a familiar form as the smoke begins to clear.
Your boy is back.
And boom! It smashed.
No stress, shut the fuck up.
Seta, would you like to describe what they see as you emerge from the flames?
You're muted.
It would just be Seto kneeling with still like kneeling in a bowing position, but still just opening his eyes for the first time in like fucking century. And as he looks up, he'd just be like, "What? Where the fuck am I?"
Sakura just I think she's in the air. She just fucking plummets to the ground and just goes and hugs him. She's like sobbing into him. She's like still got his like glaive and his sword and all his weapons on her back and everything. But she's just like sobbing into him. Just like
I'd just be still stunned. I'd obviously hug her, even though I'd be just looking at June and Australia and just giving them eyes like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, June's currently hanging off her broom of flying right now.
What the fuck?
Using her feet kind of hooked onto it, just looking at him, and he's like, "Damn, you really took the whole what came first, the chicken or the eggs? Me, man." Oh, yeah, we made a new friend, and I point over to Elias.
Hello.
You just see Elias like smoldering.
Smoldering but still drenched altogether.
imagine not having immunity to fire.
Oh, shut up!
Yeah,
Australia,
he is in fact not fire retardant.
Jerry, what the fuck is going on?
Welcome back. We found you as an egg, and you came out
Ve-
a weird metallic person. I don't know. We just got here like a minute ago.
Oh no, he is his regular self. The Warforged body seems to be gone and
Yeah, I said he
replaced
came
by
out of it.
OG Seto. Yeah, just for the record.
Yeah.
Weren't we like fighting the Titan just a minute ago? What the fuck happened?
Sakura's just like
explain?
sobbing. she wants to like answer, but she's kind of just like clinging on to him. Like out of game, it feels like it's been such a long time, but I feel like in game it's been like a week.
Would I understand that placing the egg at the entrance managed to like bring him back or something?
Yeah, you understand that this forge now it seems to have something to do with the Phoenix and Seto is clearly inhabited by the phoenix's soul, that placing the phoenix egg seems to have activated some sort of thing to like rise it from the ashes, as the phoenixes do. There seems to be a mechanical way of actually doing that.
Well, apparently, this forge might have belonged to your clan. Who placed the egg you left behind? I think maybe you were in the egg, your soul was in the egg. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a mouse. You placed it. We fought the 3 phoenixes. You are here now.
Here,
I just make armor. That's it.
Yeah,
what even
Sakura,
is this place?
Oh, another forge. We're in Tato now. You missed a lot.
yeah, she's sort of like sniffling. It's just like gives him like she's not super strong, so she just gives him like this like soft punch on his chest. It's like, you scared me, dumbass.
I'll just tap her on the
You can probably
on the
punch
head.
him harder. It still wouldn't hurt.
What the fuck?
Pardon?
If you punch
What?
him harder, it wouldn't have hurt anyway, probably.
I know. But also out of character. Like, he was like, "Oh, I just like don't want to like talk to my boss, and I just can't come to half the session, so I don't want to ruin." And I was like, "Oh fuck, you fooled me well." Holy fuck.
Has he been trolling you this whole time?
No, like earlier well, technically it's yesterday for me, but he was like chatted to my boss in Devon and decided I won't have guaranteed every other week, so I don't want to ruin by coming and then not attending half the sessions. And I was like so sad. Like, you fooled me super fucking well.
I mean, you deserved it.
But no, you're definitely forgiven. Don't worry.
I mean, I think we were playing Gloomhaven a couple times. We got into discussing. It's like, hey, why didn't you come back? He says, "Nah, there's too many players." And then when Gravard dropped, I was like, I wonder if Seto's gonna join now.
Like, it was kind of mean, but as soon as he left, as soon as he was like, I can't come back. I was like, another person left. So there's only like 5 of us.
Yeah,
Welcome back, Seto. It is good to have you back.
Holy shit, I just figured out why this is a curse. The Sinogo is blue, and it's a dragon.
I know.
Yeah, Astray, you may now notice that you are the truest son of Daichi now. Congratulations.
Yeah. How did Australia become the truest son of Daichi again?
Yeah.
So
I traveled 3,000 years into the future, then met some old man who gave me a staff, and then traveled into the plane of eternity, and then I traveled back into the past where I spoke to some people into the storm.
Well, basically, we killed the truest son of Daichi, and then that was that caused like a curse, and it originally aimed for Sakura, but she decided to re-roll because she was like, I don't need a fucking curse. Thank goodness she didn't get a curse, because she has enough shit going on in her life. But then it went for Jerry, and it's kind of ironic because it went into Estrella, who was like, Elias wasn't there. Estrella didn't do any damage. Me and Jerry did the damage, and still Estrella got the curse.
She did literally connect to it with lightning energy, though. To be fair,
True.
like that was one of those unpredictable D&D moments. That like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, and later I figured out that I could have negated. But I feel like the mask is the new Fury of the.
I feel like those masks worked out pretty well today.
Yeah.
When I was like
it's
looking at this thing, I was like, oh shit, I gave you all immunity to fire damage. Now you're up against.
Don't worry, the weakest guy in the party didn't.
Well, I'm glad we made you sweat a bit, Elias.
Sweating. I'm in a fucking bath right now.
I mean,
Well,
pun intended or not really?
It's like an initiation to the party, you know.
It's more that effect I'm talking about. So rarely uses it, but when it's used.
Oh yeah, we are going to have to discuss those because those are definitely monster abilities, the legendary.
That is
things,
from the mask.
Yeah, from that.
From this one, it has 3
everyone-
legendary resistances, and I already saw in the where you built this from. I was just like, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we are going to sort of wrap up the session here, but please take a moment if there's anything else you guys would like to do here. Last sort of things in the scene.
And I realize
before we wrap
it's
up the
technically like 1 a.m. on the 30th of Suzek, so he's time, like, he's back literally a day before her birthday.
He does
So
the fucking rings.
he did
I'm
get
pissed.
I don't need the rings, dude.
she kind of just like
Actually,
eventually
2, I
wipes
think.
away all her tears and shit, and just hands him back all his all his stuff. She's not carrying. He'll notice she has like a shit ton of weapons on her back. She doesn't look like a wizard. She has like 17 weapons on her back.
You know,
So she just like gives
She
you
looks
back
more like a
all your
black meal.
stuff. She's just
you
like,
know how when people
hands
sit
it-
on the Iron Thrones in the Game of Thrones, you see all the swords behind them.
she kind of like takes all your stuff all off off her back and just like gives it to you. And she's like got back just in time. But she's really happy.
Well, Seth is still in shock, so I think, you know, he's gonna take some time to process what the fuck is going on.
June will close
I
her eye
think I
and say,
just-
"Does this mean we have to go back and get all your rings then?"
Do you
Still
have all
missing
the
one.
rings?
Clearly,
I don't.
Clearly, the
I don't
child
think
of
it's
many
like-
doesn't have it.
Oh, we need to make 5-act Kabuki play now.
Oh, we get to
All by
watch. This
himself.
will be
Hey, come on, man! Like, just gonna use the Sin Ogre, and then we're gonna get it automatically because sure, there's no one that has seen a Sin Ogre in a Kabuki play.
Yeah, shit. Forgot what the water ring was for a second.
I assume anything of value that might have been here was destroyed.
Fucking Derek.
Actually,
I'm more
you
worried about
found,
the Earth one.
you will notice, Jerry, that all of the sort of gold plating or whatever that metal was has turned more silvery, but it seems like everything is still intact, and all of the arms and a lot of these platings and things, it seems like this Titan steel was not affected by the fire at all.
Wait, so didn't Seto just it came out of the ball of steel, or
Yeah, the Warforged body is gone. That whole table seems to be gone, and Seto is standing where all of that was. But basically, everything else in this chamber seems to be intact.
I'm yet to figure out what to do with this one.
Genius.
That's that for a
Genius level Photoshop.
I even Photoshop paint.
Wait, let me see.
What the? Well. Oh my god.
Wait. What is this? Correction, Elias is the straight man. Interesting.
You guys don't know what a straight man is, do you?
Yeah, I know what it is, but I made the joke.
Real quick before we end this, did the door open?
I don't think we have to worry with the Sin Ogre. It's pretty much almost as strong as Jerry.
Yeah, it does look like it's descended again, though, Jerry. You won't have to pry it open. Though between the two of you probably could get it open again.
Yeah, I guess if there is one thing we can do before we're leaving, try to figure out the second mechanism.
Jerry being like, oh,
Here.
you know, Sato's back, but like, the Ford, guys, the Ford.
He needs rest.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been here without me. My ambition and curiosity brought him back.
It's totally true. No, you guys wouldn't have even come to this place if it wasn't for Jerry there. But with that, I think that is where we're going to end tonight's session as Jerry starts investigating the forge. The rest of you start catching up with Seto and doing everything that you need to do in here. And next week, we will rejoin you as you head back out into Taton.
Oh, if we are quick, we could potentially clear this rhyme using the Sin Ogre.
Wait, does this mean we don't need a blue dragonborn anymore to overthrow the throne now because we have a phoenix?
We have a Sin Ogre, for fuck's sake.
I feel like that Zenoga means whoever the fuck that is killed his son, Daichi's son.
Yeah, fuck. True.
Crap, we killed another Daichi son, I just realized.
And like,
yeah.
Come on, man, like, wait, think about it, like, what's the dude's name? Shinji.
Wait, how many more have you killed? Holy shit.
We only killed, let's see. We technically only killed 3.
Yeah, I know for 3, so that's fine then.
Yuki is not dead.
Yeah, but that's why I said technically.
I mean, he is brain dead, so
we can fix that. We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger. We can bring him back. June. We can put June inside him.
What the?
I'm sorry, what?
It's basically what we did with Sakura, to be fair. We kind of merged 2 characters there.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's yeah. For Elias, that's how she's not a human anymore.
Like, you're not a firstborn human. Put that way. Look, for all I know, like, I met you this party 2 days ago. All right.
Oh yeah.
And you already seen more than you would have seen without us.
Yes. And I nearly died more times than I have in the Yakuza.
Balanced. Perfectly balanced.
Don't worry about
it.
God.
We can bring you back if you die.
You probably saw like this party with, you know, like a mouse, a satyr. Like satyrs are pretty short. Like a 15-year-old girl, because she's technically 15 until like tomorrow, and like a random human. You're like, yeah, you know, this party, that chill. And then it turns out like Satyr can turn into like a giant blue thing, like you know, so-called human summon Cthulhu. Mouse is secretly like fucking paladin who just smites.
And we have we have a solution for your humanness.
Yeah,
you know, I didn't know. Elias doesn't know June.
Completely fuck up people's brains and everything. Like, it was not what you expected at all when you saw this party. I can promise you that.
Well, I mean, and in all honesty, Elias probably didn't expect to join the party because the only thing that got him in was we were just chilling back at the Shiba fucking tavern, and I think it was Z that said, "Do you want to join us?" And I was just, I have nowhere to go, so sure.
Yeah, you're like,
Seems like the perfect idea. Nothing
Yeah,
can
they
go
seem
wrong with
chill.
those guys.
You will come
I mean,
to
there's
regret
like
this
a child here. What could go wrong? Like, they're not gonna go into dangerous situations with the child in their party.
Yeah, and the child fucking threatened to disintegrate me as well now. And also, Elias doesn't know June summoned. No, never mind. June told. Yeah, no, Elias knows. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But yeah, so basically, June summoned Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
forgot about that.
It was 2 hours.
I feel like the next is basically us going off to find a supervisor for June.
No, she summoned the supervisor.
The manager.
Days.
I will say, if you guys are interested in, because yeah, you've noticed some threads that can be pulled, but if you'd like to learn more about them, would highly recommend the museum in Taton that has been hinted at a couple of times to learn more about some of these things, to actually seek out the history or figure out what the fuck is going on with some of you in world is possible. So just a heads up.
Oh, so you're saying that's where they're gonna figure out like that Astrea's entire family line?
I mean, maybe some of you guys have got more secrets than you may be aware of, and yeah, I mean, it's up to what you do in game. Some of the confusion you may be feeling is probably warranted. It's not all just me explaining things badly. Some things are meant to be like, sorry, what?
Yeah, Astrea's is like, be confused. Unless you understand like multi-line and higher stuff like the greater mysteries of Foundry. Then
Elias has no idea in God's green earth what the hell is happening.
Yeah, I mean, if he thinks that there's just one god and that it's a planet called Earth, then he's further behind than I thought.
No,
this
guys,
is
you're saying Elias has no idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those like tropes where like we've got the Earth ring, but it's not Earth. So I'm kind of like,
Oh
but
yeah.
what should I call it?
and like just imagine if Elias had been the one to take the Sin Ogre curse.
Oh god, that would not jive well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I feel like he would be even more confused.
Oh, absolutely.
So he'd be like, wait, so I've joined this party. This like 16-year-old girl who disintegrates shit, a mouse that fucks shit up, and like, what? And now I'm a giant blue thing, what? I feel like
He's
there's
just
pure...
leaking water out of his nose.
I like how...
that summons gods.
I also like how it's just like, the first idea I've got as to like, how strong Jemmy is when we got to the fire ring, and it's just like, yeah, the last time you were here, you ripped off its nose, and I just, sorry?
I took one of his scales to upgrade my helmet. Give me